Oh, man.
Yes.
Damn, that's such a good point.
I'm completely natural today.
I'm completely natural today.
No! No! No!
Thank you to HUEL for sponsoring this video. More on them in just a bit. Citizens of Regicton, we're here to continue Bridgerton Season 2. We just had a live stream. John, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm ready. My brain is perfectly deflated right now.
Yeah, I'm ready to be re-inflated by all the saturated colors and the sordid affairs.
Yeah, I'm horny. Let's go.
A march down the aisle may very well be the longest walk any young lady ever takes.
The long walk. For girls.
It is a wonder, then, that feet do not tire or, heaven forbid, trip
No.
under the scrutiny of all those attentive eyes, keeping close watch indeed.
Does it fly?
Some, Your Majesty.
Really?
But if you like, I can place it on a high perch and allow it to glide down.
Only if you follow its path.
Poor guy. He's trying his best.
Yeah, man.
He's trying his absolute best.
It's a very specialized interest.
Whatever you have planned is not good enough, Brimsley. Make them bigger, longer, brighter.
That's what she said.
That's what she said!
I believe I asked for His Majesty's wing to be closed off today. I do not wish for anyone to lose their way and end up somewhere curious.
Of course, ma'am.
Curious.
And what of our other grand
What's going
plan?
on with the
Is
Majesty?
everything in place?
Indeed, every young lady that remains under suspicion of being Lady Whistledown will have a footman assigned to her today, watching her every move.
Oh, is that what this is really about?
We must entrap the scribbler. Perhaps you might put forth false rumors so that when Whistledown prints them, we will be able to trace the origins.
Ooh, yeah, bespoke origins for each suspect.
This is how you catch content thieves on YouTube.
Well, no one has sharper eyes on the tom than I do.
Now let me hit this rail. Dude, man, being queen just looks so fun. You get to wave shit off and emphatically do casual drugs.
Get as many saltine crackers as you want.
Truth. Oh, cool.
What kind of voodoo is this?
I don't trust it.
You must calm yourself, Bond. Keep still. It is also strange. I have faced 1,000 tomorrows, but they have all been leading to this one.
Oh, man.
Bringing the wedding forward is a sign of true feeling, but, well, it has unnerved me too.
God, all the marigolds. It's beautiful.
He has devotedly courted you and made his intentions clear from our first arrival.
Yep, they're crystal.
The Viscount believes in hurrying things along these days. First the wedding, now his drink. I just hope for Edwina's sake the tendency stops before the honeymoon.
Have you always been so vulgar?
Yes.
Or staring at naked models all day turned your brain to charcoal?
Hey.
Rosette has always been the privilege of not being the firstborn. You both get to choose your passions and adventures.
Wow, you're really resentful right now.
Once you marry, will your duty finally be fulfilled so you can stop reminding everyone of it?
Love this drunk cinematography.
Yet I still wish that when he looks at me, I could be certain that he truly loves me. I fear, in fact, that he does not look at me often enough.
Yeah, about that.
You're going to be rich, darling.
Looks can be powerful, Bond, but also fleeting. Displays of mere passion, perhaps. Nothing more.
Yeah, a look is worth 1,000,000 words.
True love is something else entirely. It is when the rest of the world goes quiet. It is not eyes that meet, but souls that dance. Make room for each other until there is nowhere else to hide.
Dang.
You do love gloating about your victories, do you not, brother?
Yeah. I'm aware that you're all just actors, so keep rubbing each other.
No. They've been doing this all their lives.
Lord Featherington has so graciously allowed you to borrow this beautiful necklace for the occasion.
It is very heavy.
You're certain about this?
The young lady quite naturally draws attention to herself.
Wow, she really went wide-eyed there.
I will, of course, confirm that you're rather quiet about how well your business is doing out of modesty, and when the husbands come to you, you agree to the arrangements.
Wow.
Your confidence is admirable.
Would you prefer I cower?
Oh, I did not say that. I cannot help but enjoy a lady who seizes control.
Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
Pardon me, madam.
Yes. Well, I shall meet you in the carriage.
No, he's going to marry your daughter.
It is a great risk for me to meet you here. Your mama will certainly know you do not have a dress in need of repair.
Yeah.
What do you know of that apprentice who works for our printer? Mr. Theo Sharp, I believe.
Oh, crap.
Well, if you know his name, you know much more than I do.
Have any of our delivery boys mentioned him?
Is there something more serious you wish to tell me about our little
Wow.
undertaking?
Feels like everything's closing in right now.
Seriously.
My business is too important.
As is mine. And no, there's nothing to worry about, I assure you.
Sharks are circling.
If this is about our bill...
Oh, no, madame. I seem to have lost my head. This delivery is for the Bridgertons, you see. I came here by mistake. Good day.
Easy mistake to make, especially now.
A woman reduced to running her own business. No wonder her mind is so scattered.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
Didi, what are those?
The 10 ring.
It's Miss Marvel.
They belong to my mother. Amma wore them on her wedding day and saved them.
For you?
I brought them for you. Beautiful bangles for a beautiful bride.
BB.
I know this has been a difficult time, and you never much cared for the Viscount, but I hope today we may all find joy.
I am happy if you are happy.
You are not happy.
No.
Why does no one truly seem ready for this wedding? Mrs. Wilson?
Oh, Mother, please, not so loud.
Whatever you have done to your brother, undo it.
Wedding today?
I guess. Yeah, he's been rushing it up.
It's a simple remedy. If you continue to drink, there can be no after effects.
Has anyone seen Anthony? Benedict, see that he is well. I'm sure the emotions of the day have somewhat confused him.
You guys should all drink some water.
Anthony, you are ready?
Of course I am. Shall we?
I have duty.
I'm completely natural today.
It is a fool's errand to try to make an impression on those in good society who have not a single original thought. To make a name for oneself, if it is only to be written on dance cards.
Well, what of Lady Whistledown?
Yeah, fair.
No, she does not speak of all. Perhaps she simply does not know that there are some beyond the ton worthy of attention too.
Are you speaking of Mr. Sharp again, Elle?
I have heeded your warnings. Ooh. Theoretically. It would be foolish of me to continue to visit him.
And what in actuality?
I visited him just the other day. It is only his thoughts I'm interested in.
It is a friendship then.
Of course. What else could it be?
Oh.
A sex thing?
Yeah, that's the next step.
Sister, you're late. Does the Duchess not care for your bride, brother?
I find Miss Edwina to be quite lovely and deserving of the truth, which we must not deny her.
This shot.
I'm confused.
Such a rake.
Who's denying what to whom?
Benedict, you must excuse us. It seems the Duchess has opinions.
But I wish
the
to
best
know.
man listens to the group.
But I want to
tell me now. I do like the kiddishness that appears once in a while between them all.
I've gone too far down this road to turn back now, Daff. Miss Edwina will be ruined if we do not marry, and our family will suffer equal scandal.
You'll suffer.
Yeah.
This was always the plan.
And what of the sister?
I was always expected to marry a South Asian woman.
I was just waiting till some arrived.
Do you ever wonder what Father might say on a day such as this? He was the only one you ever truly respected. If Papa was still
You
living...
cannot possibly know what he would say. Father had different words for me than he did for you. So please do not insult me with your baseless conjecture.
You know, when you get defensive,
I have seen you at all stages. I witnessed you change. The day he died, do you know you did not even weep once?
that's what this has all been leading to.
Consumed by the expectations of others.
And what choice did I have? I changed so that our family might survive, so that you could be respectable enough to marry a duke. I've never wished to succumb to the blind delight of being in love. I cannot so indulge myself.
You can choose to be happy.
Because you're closed off from love.
Instead of pushing away any feeling that comes to the surface. It should not be a luxury, but a right to choose, to fight for the family that you want.
And you will never understand because you were born to marry into another family while I was born to carry on the Bridgerton name. That is what outweighs anything else.
Oh, boy.
It is rather easy to be selfish when you have no one else to whom you must answer.
Yeah, because your buddy doesn't even care about having a family name.
Everybody doesn't even care to show up for the family.
Yeah, he's not even here right now.
All of these decisions that you seem to make and then resent us for, they do not make you worthy of your family's respect. They simply make us pity you.
Ah.
Nothing more.
So it's not the family that's getting. He's just doing it for society and others.
Yeah, he's just putting it on himself so that he can avoid feeling the actual grief.
That is a good point. The entire Bridgerton family is like, Anthony, we want you to find love. He's like, I can't for you.
Yeah, because I must.
But we all want you to. No, I mustn't.
Look around. We've got means. We're fine. We're not the Featheringtons. Like, come on.
You look so beautiful, my darling.
You do. Ooh. Give your focus pullers a raise.
I cannot wear them. They do not belong to me, and I do not want to feel as though I'm taking what is rightfully yours. They were meant for
Are
you.
we
You should be
talking
the one to wear them.
about?
They suit you, Kate.
Yeah.
Let us put all of the nasty gossip behind us for once and for all. Let us give the Ton a wedding to remember and show them who we truly are.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Wowie. I'm partly in disbelief throughout the first part of this episode because, we're really marching toward this. It seems like it's just going to happen.
I think the next two episodes are like a flash forward 10 years later.
To him finally snapping.
Oh, God. Oh, Daphne knows the truth.
Is someone going to, object?
Walking down the aisle. He should be marrying her.
Are they going to do a Friends?
I take the hot opera singer.
Sienna. I always want to go Sierra. Oh. Oh, man. Leave room for the bishop over here.
God, you got a real staring problem, dude. Well, you can't humiliate her, man.
Yeah.
You got to just go through with the wedding.
Yeah.
At this point, you have to.
This is going to be so strange.
Like, endure one humiliating night and go with the woman you love, or resent the rest of your life so you don't have to deal with one awkward night. I choose don't deal with one awkward night.
Don't deal with one awkward night, man. In this society, this one awkward night would probably destroy your lives.
True.
But even here and now, I would still choose that.
We are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the face of this congregation.
Oh, it really looks like God is watching.
To join together this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
Matrimony.
Not taken in hand unadvisedly, lightly and wantonly.
Stop.
To satisfy men's carnal lust. No understanding.
Oh, she's so beautiful and happy.
And the light is so divine. No. No. He's going to be the Jordan Peele, sweating gif. Oh, golly.
Oh, no. He's correct.
My lord.
Oh, that focus. Ooh.
Stop staring, everyone. Stop. The thing that you actually want, that is actually yours. Oh, my God. She realizes the truth.
No.
The Archbishop would like you to repeat, my lord, after him.
Oh, I am so tense.
I, Lord Anthony Bridgerton.
I state your name.
Allow me.
Guys, this is so humiliating to do in front of her.
Yeah.
And everyone else.
Yeah.
Please stop.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Edwina.
Oh, shit. She realizes now her shot is being shot like when they was at his bachelor party.
Yeah, now we're back in drunk vision.
Repeat.
Sailor vision.
Oh, she's going to run away.
Miss Edwina,
Wait a moment.
Yeah. Oh. But they're gonna love this though. This is good storytelling. That's the one thing that can save you from humiliation, maybe.
She's humiliating herself.
What has happened to my wedding?
The bride seems to have run away, ma'am.
Excellent work. Ah! Holy shit. Ah!
Breathe. It is just nerves. We will call for tea, and once you have something in your stomach, you will be strong enough to go back out there. Kate, perhaps you might find that tea.
It is not tea that I want.
Oh, no.
It is her head.
I am not sure what is going
I
on.
should tell you what is going on, Mama. After a lifetime of filling my head with nonsense of all this talk of great gallant notions and looks between us, you have feelings for him.
Oh, my God.
No, that is not.
Oh, you cannot deny it now.
Oh.
You told me we had been all secrets to rest, but no. The Sheffield inheritance, that was merely the beginning of your deception. Fooled myself into believing you had only the purest of intentions.
And you are no one's fool. That is the truth.
Do you love him?
Edwina,
Oh, man.
that is enough. No good can
you
come
answered
from
the
this
question.
at present.
Yep.
Let us all take a moment.
Ooh.
You have kept so very much from me. Go. Anywhere else, Kate?
Anywhere else. Ooh.
All because she had feelings.
Perhaps Miss Edwina realised that marriage is in fact a prison for women.
Oh, must you always be so you?
Perhaps she decided she must change into a different dress.
You can talk? It's his first words.
We should allow Anthony a little respite. Brother, is that what you need?
I just need to cry.
Precisely.
Ooh.
You know something? I do not. Daphne, you may be a duchess, but you are still my daughter. Tell me what you know.
Ooh. Don't make me bring Simon in here.
A failed wedding with their queen presiding. As if I needed the embarrassment.
Oh, my God.
Her Majesty has picked poorly, she will say. My once immaculate taste, now questioned.
Nah.
Her words carry far too much import for my delicate comfort.
Your Majesty,
Okay.
we may very well find ourselves in a situation that cannot be salvaged. It would be wise.
Well, it must be salvaged. You vouched for this family, did you not, Lady Danbury?
Oh, shit. Everyone's entire reputation's at stake.
This is as much your blunder as anyone else's. You must not forget that.
Indeed, I will not. Perhaps I may go and find Miss Edwina. Perhaps there is something I can do.
Dude, make it like a last-minute twist.
Escort the guests to the gardens and do not allow anyone to leave. The nuptials shall resume shortly, and we shall proceed with our plans. All of them.
This is all about smoking out Whistledown.
Let's create a competition where she's got to find a new suitor in the next 90 minutes.
Nothing makes the tongue come alive like a fresh scandal.
All eyes and ears seem to be open for the freshest detail. I suppose what we must do now is redirect their attention.
Yeah.
Do you wish to insult Lord Featherington by not showing off this beautiful necklace?
This heavy-ass necklace.
What sort of engagement is born of silence? Do as I say, child. Or would you rather be without any prospects like Penelope? Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid.
I've given much consideration to what you said about Mr. Sharp and his degree of interest.
No, Elle, I did not intend you to think about that. You should put him out of your mind.
Uh-oh.
I know it is odd, but I'd assumed ours was merely an intellectual bond, a friendship based in like-minded thought and rigorous conversation. But what if you were right? What if he feels more?
Uh-oh.
Do you want him to feel more?
You bet.
My feelings about his feelings do not matter if I do not know for a fact what it is he is feeling.
Nah, you should still deal with your real feeling.
It's essentially a yes.
I am speaking of clarity of thought. I simply would like to know.
But why?
I can accept certain mysteries. I may never know how men came to be considered leaders when women are clearly better suited. I may never even know who is behind Lady Whistledown.
And you can accept such a mystery?
Of course not. Those are mysteries I may never solve.
Unsolved mysteries.
But what good will it do? It is not as though you can act on it.
And why not?
If I know for sure, it will be a relief.
Ooh.
It's the not knowing that makes it feel like torment.
But what if you...
To turn over in your mind the events of a mere conversation, to look at all of the evidence and still not be sure. It is a pleasing, stimulating, thrilling kind of torment.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Lord Bridgerton,
I'm quite certain this delay is rather unexpected.
Indeed, but I must ask if it is in fact a delay and nothing more.
I'm considering what more there may be regarding our courtship and those involved with its interference.
I know you may think that we...
Oh, boy.
Tell me you did not come here to offer me more lies or half-truths, my lord. At least offer me that.
Glad you're standing your ground.
I'm intent upon this marriage. The very fact that we have arrived at this day with whatever interference there might have been should be proof enough.
Yet I still wonder whether it is a marriage or me that you truly want.
Be up front.
It's both.
It's the idea of you and the marriage.
Since the first moment of our meeting, it was clear to me then, as it is now, that what we share is greater than all else.
And what is it that you believe we share?
Our places.
Our places.
We are yoked to each other in that respect.
Woof.
I never gave up pursuing you, even when some thought me a fool to continue.
You think this is sweet.
It is why I was not swayed by the insults of the Sheffields or your lack of a dowry.
Because you love me.
That's not what I said.
Define love.
I understand you. I sympathize with you.
Oh, boy.
In a certain light, I am you. We do not have the luxury of choice. We cannot escape our roles. But married, we may face these difficulties together.
Oh, dude.
And what of my sister? Yeah. What role will she play between us in the future?
The thorn easily removed from the blossoming flower of our lives.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Once we marry, she will return to India as she wishes, and you and I will be free of her.
Nah, that's not what she wants, so.
That is what you now wish.
She loves her sister.
Yeah.
That is what I now know.
Ooh.
That future is only possible if you decide today to marry me.
To get your ass back on that altar.
No, don't do it.
I have been told what my future will look like more times than I now wish to admit, my lord.
Yeesh.
But I am no fool. I know the scandal that would ensue should the two of us fail to see this through now. But I cannot find that reason enough.
Ooh.
I require a moment to think.
So she's willing to have one bad day. Yeah. So she can enjoy the rest of her life.
That's why she's better than we are.
Nobody else knows but the bride and the mom.
You cannot be here.
Miss Sharma.
This is my place of refuge.
A closet.
May not be grand, but it met my main requirement when you were not present, so go and leave me in peace.
We must speak.
Oh, my.
Do you realize how
I
improper
have just
this
met
is?
with Miss Edwina.
Oh, golly.
She was harsher than I knew her capable of being.
He is speaking so formal.
I concede I do not know her as well as you do, but that is why I'm coming to you now. You must do something.
What would you have me do, my lord? More plotting and scheming to get her to comply?
He's like in full Viscount mode.
So you intend simply to cease to help her and hide in a closet as she ruins her life?
I have ruined her life. You should not be
It's a complicated wedding.
Just...
Oh, no.
Goodbye, my lord.
No.
Lady Bridgerton, I must apologize for not sharing certain information with you. It was not my place, but I certainly did not wish it to be revealed as it was.
Well, she's the first time she has to atone for so much. Usually she's the one just laying the law down.
It seems to have got out of hand.
Indeed it has. Daphne has, she has finally confirmed something I have been fearing for quite some time.
Simon is dead.
Ah. Something I believe you too have observed, no doubt.
Everyone can say it without saying it.
Yeah.
Her Majesty wishes me to repair today's situation, and for what may very well be the first time in my life,
I have no fucking idea what to do.
I do not know what to do.
That's what I just said she would say.
Yes, you're really good at predicting. You must be high on pot news. I love these two together.
Are they flying?
Dreadful creature! The attack unprovoked! As if the day could get any more unfortunate! Queen of England! I would rather go out there and offer up my hand hand to one of those birds. It would be less painful.
We can have that arranged.
Do you think the bride will return to that altar? There is only one person who can answer that question.
Where is the Duke?
I would prefer not to.
Has Mama? You seem to know all. How could I possibly offer any insight of my own?
Boo. Ooh. Ooh.
She's off, getting some air.
Nothing ever really happened with them outside of a lot of long stares and
Edwina,
breathing.
you must know, I
Getting
never
really,
intended
really, really
to wound you.
close together.
Yes, I once did have feelings for the Viscount. And you must know I will do everything in my power to ensure your happiness.
Including going back to India.
I wish to make things right. My feelings for Lord Bridgerton do not matter anymore. We do not have a future together.
It's a different idea.
You, Edwina, were born to be Viscountess.
At the end of the day, she wants love.
The Viscount said the same. I half expect to discover the two of you prepared it ahead of time.
I am not too proud to admit when he is right. You deserve this.
Why?
Look at them, divided.
Yeah.
Why me and why not you?
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
You do not remember when Appa died, when the world fell out from beneath us. And so to save us from an even worse fate,
Oh boy.
I would not consider myself until you and Mama were taken care of. I gave what I had without regret, and I would do it again, Bon. I still do it. I give what I have in order to protect you.
This is a difficult conversation.
Say something, Bon. Anything, please.
Love is a difficult commodity.
I do not know which pains me more, your betrayal or your pity.
Edwina, you are my sister.
Half sister.
Ah! Ooh! First time she's ever said that.
For the first time in my life, I am able to make a decision based on what I would like. I have already imagined the life I would lead with Lord Bridgerton. It lives in my own mind, and it is mine to do with as I like.
Huh.
If I choose to marry Anthony, it will be because it pleases me.
It's mirror shots.
I need you to understand that. If I go through with this wedding,
Oh,
it will have nothing to do with you.
Sheeps, man, but...
Apparently, it has to do with the honeymoon. Miss Edwina was not pleased with the rather simple one Lord Bridgerton had planned.
Oh, now
She is
rumors are
using
just
the delay to
spreading.
negotiate a new itinerary that will have the Queen's particular approval.
Wow.
Were they listening? The gossip begins.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Gentlemen.
Come now, Featherington.
It's a more appropriate venue for the discussion of business.
Oh, we thought you might be coy, Featherington.
Yes!
Excuse me.
Gentleman knows about money. Come back. You never worked a day in your life, Featherington.
We may never again have such an engaged audience.
You must leave it with me, my lady.
We must be careful not to attract too much attention. I think it best we concentrate our attentions on members of the ton who are not particularly beloved and whose regard matters little.
Look at her running her own business.
The better question is, and who would not make that list?
Hey.
The Bridgertons, I suppose. They're on the verge of enough scandal today all on their own.
Well, they do seem liked well enough.
It is pure strategy.
I would never dare think you had affections for another. It made me far too jealous, my lady.
Save your chance for the invest.
I have plenty to spare.
Oh,
Your lies are wasted on me.
But I do not need to lie. You're far too cunning to fall prey to that, you know? You and I see the truth. And that is why this is such a promising partnership.
He has
I see you
changed.
for the capable woman you are.
Yeah.
My cousin was a fool about many things. But I'm greater in leaving this world knowing he had a brilliant wife still in it.
He was not savvy in that way.
We must return to the garden before we're missed.
Dude, this is going to be the weirdest family.
For this wedding to fail is unacceptable. Lady Danbury, what have you to say?
As always, Your Majesty, I am humbled by your generosity of spirit. Though
It is unlike you to lose your words, Lady Danbury.
Choke.
Though it pains us so, both Lady Bridgerton and I are in agreement that it is up to Miss Edwina to decide her fate.
I did not realize the diamond outweighed the crown.
Miss Edwina and I come before you humbly now, in recognition of all
Is
that
there not a person alive who can think of something else to say to their queen other than sheer flattery? It is the obvious choice.
I mean, that is a great point.
Are you here to tell me you are going to marry him or not?
Nor?
Did you see them?
The peacocks?
The fireworks. They were brilliant. Will there be more? Oh dear. Seems I'm late for the ceremony.
My king.
Go off, King.
Can someone come and assist?
I didn't mean to keep you waiting, Lottie. My
Lottie.
bride, my beautiful bride.
Oh.
Where is the Archbishop and our congregation?
Oh boy.
What are they? No, unhand me. What are they doing? Stop! Leave! Leave me!
Oh
Leave me!
no.
Lottie.
Oh, this is not good.
They shouldn't be privy to this.
Yeah, they shouldn't be seeing this. Oh God.
She will make a most excellent queen.
Aww.
I hear the two of you faced many trials during your happy courtship. But today will make all of it well worth it. Will it not?
Yes.
Then perhaps you might find your rest, Your Majesty. Before you both rule this kingdom, the kind of love, compassion, and kindness the two of you undoubtedly share.
Wow.
My queen.
Yeah.
What a way to get to the queen's heart.
Yeah. Coming in clutch.
A celebratory drink. Have you succeeded already, Colin?
Only if whatever I'm looking for can be found at the bottom of this flask.
Aw.
I am certain you will find your purpose one day. Everyone must eventually.
Have you found yours?
Of course not.
Oh, a little bit.
I imagine it to be something both animated and satisfying. The type of venture that speaks not to who I am, but rather who I aim to be. My purpose will challenge me to be brave and witty.
Mm-hmm.
My purpose will propel me far beyond the watchful glare of my mama. My purpose shall set me free.
Hey.
Your dreams are grander than you let on, Pen.
Yes, they are mere fantasies, but I do believe we must allow ourselves those private moments.
Yeah.
So that we may face reality armed with our reveries.
Damn, bars.
Lady Crane was right about you.
Oh, shit.
What did she say?
That you cared for me. That you would never forsake me. I'm beginning to believe that now.
Oh.
We've made a decision to visit Theo now.
It is your brother's wedding. People will notice.
This is precisely when no one will. Everyone is so worried about Anthony and Miss Edwina, they will hardly miss me.
Simply because an opportunity presents itself does not mean you should take it. Surely there are other things to do. Have you seen the peacock? I do not know what to say.
Say nothing. That is all I ask. I'm only telling you now because you are my friend, and I do not wish for secrets to set us apart.
Oh, it's hard because she's Lady Whistledown and she has secrets, John.
I know, and they might get found out. Uh-oh.
Oh, this mother F word.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Everyone's got leverage. The crowd.
Do you like that one?
Your Majesty, I
wore it for His Majesty's Golden Jubilee.
There's Annabelle in a glass case over there.
I was going to say, this is where the Warrens keep all their haunted shit.
Miss Edwina, I chose you as the season's diamond for a reason. Yes, you possessed great beauty, but...
Great poise as well.
You made an impression.
Wow, look at the length.
You still do, and you still can, even after all the confusion of the day, and after most especially all that has been witnessed in private.
All that I have witnessed, ma'am, is the love a king shares with his queen, and nothing more. I should certainly not find the proper words to discuss it, even if given a million lifetimes.
Hey.
The challenge of the crown is that it is tangible. It is a physical reminder of the position. It is why, say, Lady Whistledown circulates her pamphlets instead of trading in whispered rumour. A whisper is relevant for only as long as it is spoken, but a paper represents more. Its physical form grants permanence.
Oof.
It forces you to remember who you once were, and it forces you to choose how you will live with it, again and again.
How does one make that choice?
That I cannot dictate.
Like when she gets to be an actual leader.
Yeah.
But I suppose even I must recognize the importance of each person deciding what to do in the face of true love. Everyone deserves to make that choice, just as everyone deserves to feel its power. One must know.
Are you Lady Whistledown?
It's the hardest and greatest choice one can ever make.
Oof.
It is a distinctly human act to marry.
This is true. Don't marry. Don't do it.
Animals require no contracts or dowries. The hen and the rooster make no vows.
Oh, boy.
You sent word for me?
Ah.
I thought you sent word for me.
Is she going to hook them up?
I think she can hook them up. I am going to preside over your guys' wedding.
I have made my decision. I thought it best you both hear it from me.
Edwina, we should speak in private.
Not.
I cannot marry you, Lord Bridgerton. Cannot provide me with what it is that I want.
Oh, yeah.
What everyone deserves.
Everyone. You are everyone.
I may not know exactly what true love feels like, but I certainly know what it is not. It is not deception or a role to be fulfilled.
Yeah.
I cannot marry you because I cannot betray myself. You will never meet my eyes in the same manner that you met my sisters on that altar today. You will never...
God, you've never been hotter.
Now I must marry.
You have spent your life trying to give me everything I lacked. But really, you simply gave me everything you really wanted for yourself, as though my life were not my own.
Oh, wow.
So today, I can be sure that what I leave behind is not my loss. It is yours. Your dream, your plan, your feelings that I had merely borrowed.
Borrowed feelings. Jeez.
Well, I have made up my own mind, and that is victory enough for me.
Leave it to people to complicate matters with their ceremonies and their cakes.
Perhaps it is for that very reason she changed her mind. She knows she's not worthy of him.
Perhaps Miss Edwina discovered something the rest of us might wish to know of, too.
Uh-oh. That's good. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Except that sucks for the Bridgertons, of course.
While others would venture that it is the ultimate act of fools.
Act fool.
You've come quite a long way to ask me something, so go on.
I have thoughts.
Like, why is it so darkly lit?
Yeah. We need to have a rally to get you guys some candles.
What I'm failing to say is that often when I read something new or interesting or provoking,
Like you.
it is you who crosses my mind. It is you I would like to speak with about those thoughts.
I see.
I'll get the doctor.
You might also have thought of me when you think.
Oh. Huh, is he going to close the store?
I drew you. Books for her.
I've read all of these. And I set them aside for you.
Yeah, you did.
Nah.
Perhaps you might share your thoughts on them.
Theo, you're so hot right now.
All is not lost today, ma'am. I have received word.
It had better be a worthy distraction.
Oh, shit. They're going to think she's a fucking Whistledown.
Our chat for Lady Whistledown has indeed produced
Oh,
yourself.
no.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Your sister is braver and wiser than us both. She had the courage to act on what she sensed between us, and here we are, standing perfectly still, having felt it for months.
Two repressed people.
I stand here because the moment we go, the moment we step foot outside those doors, we face the truth. We have indeed failed, my lord, of our duties, of our responsibilities.
Here before God.
They're being judged.
So forgive me if it is now my wish to suspend time, to delay the inevitable, to for a mere moment not think of what comes next, to wait.
Wow, actually be present.
Goodbye, my lord.
Nor. Come on, man. You can see his emotions wanting to escape. Oh!
Boy. Yeah. Wow, what a passionate ass kiss.
Yeah. Well, we've been building so much up to this. Oh. 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 It's a good moment.
Follow her to India.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they'll have to do.
Go to India.
Yeah.
Go to India.
Get out there, kids.
A jilted groom, a broken-hearted bride-to-be. A royal wedding in shambles. Sensational? Quite.
Sensational.
This author may traffic in chatter and speculation, dear reader, but misinformation?
No.
Never. Explanations of why Miss Edwina absconded from the altar may be greater in number than anyone could possibly fathom. It was Her Majesty the Queen who placed the young miss on that special
Oh, there it
stage
is.
so that she could make her grand exit.
There it is.
Allow this author to hope, my carriage, for Her Majesty's sake, as well as both the Sharmas and Bridgertons, that an official explanation emerges swiftly.
Well done.
The Ton are run away by their tawdry imaginings.
Run away. Oh, boy.
Never kissed Edwina.
Oof. Sense memory.
Oh my God, is she about to? She's about to. Yes. Oh my, come on.
She's about to discover the secrets, finally at age 26 or whatever.
Oh God, how fucking awkward.
The soak of shame.
I'm finished.
I'm finished.
These poor rich people.
I know.
How can you be so rich yet so poor?
Tale as old as time. It's true. It is like we're so rich, we get to create these really complicated systems that lead to all kinds of problems that we get to now
Where is
focus
your
on.
brother?
He's still waiting at the altar for Miss Edwina.
There will be no mockery today.
She mocks me incessantly.
Are we not overlooking the benefit of this?
These kids start getting so many lines.
He's come of age now.
Season 3 about him or something?
Yep.
You will need to break your fast later. For now, it is of the utmost importance that we act.
Homie dyed his hair.
Yeah.
Limit the damaging consequences
God.
of the unfortunate events of your
bungled nuptials.
It's a breakup crisis. I need to dye my hair. I'm getting old. Oh shit.
No one's gonna notice, right?
I think it a pleasant morning for a promenade. United as the most respectable family that we still very much are.
That's rich, Mom.
A respectable family is headed by a gentleman.
Oh no, dude. Come on.
Is there something more we should know, or perhaps more than just I should know?
I've dyed my hair.
I shall be a little late. I need a new pair of gloves, so as to look that much more united and respectable.
Yes.
Just reading the book.
Of course, yeah. Good catch.
Oh, never mind the heavy cloaks. I will be quite sweltering where we are going shopping.
Oh, golly. Ooh.
Miss Bridgerton.
Shit. She's gonna go put her into the thumb screws. She's gonna go torture the information out of her.
It was a mutual understanding about a private matter between Miss Edwina and the Viscount. That is all we are to say.
This is PR.
Well, good day, Lord Five.
For some of us.
Wow.
Is this truly our plan?
Salty
Simply to
man.
pretend nothing has happened.
Let's say we evade most controversies.
We are choosing to deal with it in private in our own time.
Yes.
Besides, the Ton has a remarkably short memory. With any luck, by this time next week, there will be a bigger story for them to sink their rapacious teeth into.
Good vocab.
We may find you a husband this season still, Miss Edwina.
I give credit to your imagination, Lady Danbury. A bigger story I cannot foresee.
You might just be that bigger story.
Don't look.
Oh my God.
Such a pleasant afternoon, is it not?
Yes, indeed, my lord.
My dear, I believe we will be late for the gorings. Make haste.
Let's get the hell out of here, my dear.
So I act when I see the normies.
I said good day.
Oh my God. Stop staring at each other.
I never thought we would recover after Mr. Bridgerton and Miss Thompson's falling out, and yet here we are. Prudence now engaged.
Yes.
Rather amusing how things work themselves out, is it not?
Indeed. I do wish you good fortune with all of your things, Lady Bridgerton.
All your things.
We are truly sorry, Lady Bridgerton.
Come along, Penelope. We don't want to talk their ears off.
Up to our wings and things.
There should be a Penelope spin-off show.
There should be. Queen Penelope.
She gets, she moves to Chicago, works with Mary Tyler Moore.
Your horses must be very strong to pull all of this gold.
What were you doing visiting that printer's shop in the middle of your brother's so-called wedding?
Hey.
Oh, Your Majesty.
Your denial shall only enhance your punishment.
Why, just last season, I recruited you to uncover the writer's identity, and you, rather conveniently, found not one credible suspect.
That's so fun.
Is it not curious that you were so rarely mentioned in those pages?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Damn, that's such a good point. Because he's friends with her.
You do realize the power you wield in that pen of yours can be used for greater purposes than ridicule and gossip mongering.
Oh, my God.
Lady Whistledown could be a strategic ally to the crown, should she so please.
Oh, my God.
I would gladly help, ma'am, but I wield no such power, I assure you.
So, you would rather be my rival?
Oh, my God.
Have you any idea what will happen once I reveal this secret of yours, child? People will seek their revenge.
Oh, no.
However bad your family's situation seems to you now, it will only get worse.
Oh, my God.
Queen, please, I beg of you.
I'm serious. You don't understand.
I shall give you 3 days to consider my proposal and come to your senses. If you do not...
Oh, my God.
Then I will deploy my resources to crush you like a serpent.
This is what happens when you love a poor.
Yeah. Nothing but trouble.
Pride may not be as precious to you as your breath.
Oh, my God. The state's going to make an example of you.
Lady Cowper. Lady Eaton.
Oh, my God. Oh, everyone?
What an uptight society.
Yeah, man.
Lord Cho.
Lord Harry Styles.
I'm too much of a people pleaser. Be like, don't talk to him. Hey! How's it going? I'm so sorry about what happened.
Yeah, it was really. I keep saying that we shouldn't be shamed. We should give you guys your space.
Yeah, it's not cool how everyone's treating you.
Speaking of space, I gotta get over here.
We shall not remove ourselves from this fight. All will be lost if we run now.
I should like to remove myself from this room.
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck? Why?
Well, if we cannot speak about the reasons, might we at least act as though they are of no consequence to us?
This is the writer's room.
Together, we prove to the town that our story is true. It was indeed a mutual decision between all interested parties.
Why don't we start a war? A war is a good distraction.
We've all got guns. Let's just run out of the street and cause havoc.
Cause a war.
Another ball, so that the Ton might inspect this wreckage with an even closer eye.
Inspect the wreck.
A ball may very well work.
Hey.
After all, the Viscount and my sister have been so good at hiding their true feelings from everyone in public this far.
Wow.
It's so awkward you put them in the same fucking room. God, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, Newton. My apologies.
Oh,
Who's
no.
that? Newton, ow.
Does he like Anthony now? He was like kind of jumping up.
Guys,
to, like,
stop shit. People are right.
Stop looking at
Holy
each other.
Shit.
Stop it.
I want to take a
Even
bow
now.
and arrow to you.
Even now, they're doing it.
Were they always this obvious?
At first, I thought we were joking, but then we looked over at that wine and they're like, oh.
Those of us in this room at present are the only ones who know the full truth of the matter.
And we would prefer to keep it that way, as should you.
Unless you propose.
If there is so much as a passing look between the two of you, then this plan of ours will be for nothing. Are we all in agreement?
I can't believe Edwina has to endure this shit.
I know.
This is so awful.
Fucking torturous.
Quite, Lady Danbury.
Oh, I'm so...
Edwina's like actually fell in love with him.
Yeah.
So awful. What an entertaining show.
What good drama.
Love the drama.
Give me that pulp.
Is this plan going to be a problem for you? We would not be in this situation if it were...
You have nothing to worry about. I will play the part.
It is my duty. Have you heard of this word?
For your good, I will do this.
If it is successful, of course, the rumors of scandal will die. Yet, no matter what, it still leaves you with no one to marry. Unless your designs for the season have changed.
You do realize it is still possible for our family to endure whether I decide to marry or not. This line does not end with me.
I am not my good friend Simon.
Are you to rely on your brothers, then?
Do you need me to admit I made a mistake? Is that what you want? For me to tell you that I never should have asked Miss Edwina for a hand, that I never should have taken things this far? I realize.
Oof.
Yeah.
I realize I have indeed failed, and more things than you and Father will ever know.
Ooh.
This plan will work. I am quite certain both you and Lady Danbury will make sure of it.
Ugh.
I killed myself in the courtyard.
Oh no.
Just trying to figure out who it is.
You saved them all. You must have, what, every issue ever printed?
Double that. There are 2 copies here of everyone.
Yeah. All 15 episodes up till now.
Eloise, why ever? The Queen thinks it is me, that I am Lady Whistledown.
Why would the Queen think it is you?
One of her footmen saw me visiting with Theo.
Oh, God.
Queen must think he has something to do with Whistledown.
But he does not, and neither have you. El, this is madness.
I should warn him.
No, you should not.
Madness.
You should wait for Lady Whistledown to print her next issue.
Yeah.
Then with any luck, you can use that in order to prove your innocence.
The Queen thinks it's Eloise.
I must acknowledge off the bat that a red herring was that. In my version, she's Dr. Seuss.
I must speak with Madame Delacroix.
Oh, shit. Oh, golly.
You should not be here. It is urgent, please.
Oh, no.
I gather she has felt threatened by Whistledown for quite some time. I have questioned Her Majesty's taste, challenged her judgment.
That was not part of our agreement.
Our businesses both reap substantial rewards. You understood our arrangement came with risks.
Not a queen-size risk.
But that did not involve the Queen of England.
Who only seems to talk to like the same 10 people.
I know. She should really expand her.
I don't feel like she cares about the people at all.
Nope.
You are to tell me you could not think of something yourself.
I do not know what to do.
I asked ChatGPT, but it wouldn't give me anything.
Yeah, it just kept going in circles.
You could turn yourself in, take Miss Eloise's place. Her Majesty would need to believe you, of course.
Well, I could not be certain she would.
I am the Batman.
Her Majesty would merely dismiss me as a friend trying to help a friend. That's if she would even see me at all.
Possibly.
I mean, there's evidence to support that you show up with an Irish accent and people interact with you.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
I was hoping to submit them to a revered house of dressmakers in France. Take my business to a higher rank.
A lieutenant.
Though now I may be aiding and abetting the most notorious gossip writer in London.
I will ensure your name remains unsullied.
HBO.
You deserve so much better than Colin.
Were you to write something about Miss Eloise, she would never write about herself.
Uh-oh.
I do not need to tell you what that might make the Queen believe.
I could never ruin my friend.
Well,
Of course not.
rock in a hard place, I suppose, unless you give it up. Rock in a hard place.
If she writes about Eloise, then wouldn't Eloise then put together that Penelope's whistle?
It would certainly narrow down her field of possible suspects. But that's a good predicament because there's no clean way to get through it.
I did not know you'd be stopping by tonight.
Neither did I. The royal schools do seem to be providing a different sort of education than what I pictured.
Oh my. I would like to speak to the principal.
This is absurd. I would never indulge in such sex.
Yeah, such base carnal instincts.
Do you do this every night?
Did you come to admonish me? You may be a second son, brother. That does not exempt you from familial duty altogether.
That word.
Does this have to do with whatever's truly going on with you and the Sharmas, particularly the eldest? Things may seem bleak now, but if I'm learning anything from my art studies, it's that it is almost always a matter of perspective. If I do not like what I see, I may always alter the colour palette, but I certainly do not toss the entire design aside. Perhaps you two could do the same in your own life.
Hey, man, that's some profound shit.
That's based as hell.
Back to taking the tea, are we?
What does that have to do with anything? Dude, I want a sphinx.
Lady Danbury. Lady Mary. Miss Sharma.
Oh, boy.
Miss Edwina.
Yep. I want shit from you.
Before we are to send out our invitations, we must appear to be enjoying each other's company.
Peas and carrots. Peas and carrots.
Oh, dude.
Oh, dude. No, not right in front of her. Not right in front of Danbury.
Caught a good whiff.
That was a whiff just there.
Do not be deterred. If we can put the wedding behind us, so can they.
We are the art now.
You must forgive me, Lady Mary.
Men often take time to realize their culpability in such matters. It is quite the privilege, is it not?
Yep. Oh, God. Ugh.
If I did not tell you, it was not my intention ever to cause your family as much strife as I now know I have done.
When my husband died, it should have been me taking on my family's burden.
I should have been you.
She sacrificed far too much for us, indeed.
Aw.
Lady Hood, how good to see you today. And you, Lady Mary, and Lord Bridgerton, too.
Scandal. boy. Come on, man. Gotta get some more gentlemen in your club. Simon.
These bad numbers.
Mr. Mondrich.
Featherton.
I was hoping for the owner of this fine establishment to regale me with many stories indeed. Of his boxing days, perhaps.
Dude.
I never really enjoyed the sport myself.
Boxing is not for all to enjoy. It requires a strong stomach and an even stronger jaw.
Yeah.
My cousin had neither, but Lord Featherington, may God rest his soul, was quite an admirer of yours, I've heard.
Oh boy.
I'm sure your paths must have crossed.
I likely was preoccupied with the fight at hand. It is dangerous to become distracted in the ring.
They're in a ring right now.
I bet my cousin did keep meticulous records of all debts.
Oh, shit. That fucking thing from season 1. Of course.
And wages. I just came across a rather significant one myself.
I thought this man was going to get to live.
I do not wish to defend myself against baseless accusations.
And I do not wish you to do so.
Yeah.
Baseless accusations I cannot imagine would be good for either of our businesses. And we might need all the help you can get with yours.
Weasel. Yeah.
Damn, I forgot all about that. So he has all the money. Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Master printer's gone for the day. You'll have to come back.
It's not printing I wish to solicit.
It's dead ass.
Not even a little excited to see me then.
I was almost thrown out today.
I think that may be my fault. The Queen, she saw me visiting you the other day and now believes me to be Lady Whistledown herself. Ridiculous, yes?
What is ridiculous is the fact that you thought it wise to come back here again.
Oh, no.
No, I came to make sure you were all right. To get our story straight.
Our story?
Oh, god damn it.
This is not the least bit surprising.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that you are a lady who has never had to endure any real difficulties in your life.
Oh, no.
You've taken your pleasure from low life, Miss Bridgerton. Now I think it best you return to Mayfair before you get me into any more trouble.
Woo!
Ooh. Yeah, their circumstances are quite different.
Golly. All but love.
It is true he was cold and curt. It is also true the facts of his life.
Yeah, what he had to say was not unfounded.
Yeah.
Although, her pursuits shouldn't be dashed entirely. She's got perspective to gain.
It seems both Miss Cowper and Miss Goring are swallowing the story about the wedding being halted due to a mutual decision.
Due to a technical foul.
That is good. Well, I appear to be a very good liar.
Just like my sister.
What will it take for you to forgive me? If I must apologize every day for the rest of my life, I will. Your happiness is all that has mattered to me, Bon, and now, believe me,
Matters more than ever now.
I am reaping the consequences of destroying it.
I remember the books you used to read to me from Appa's library. The stories of true love and happy endings against all odds. Did you yourself ever truly believe them? Or has everything you told me been a lie?
Of course I believe in true love.
Just not for me.
You saw Appa and Mama, how happy they once were.
What I saw is how even that ended in tragedy. Happy endings do not exist.
Whoa.
At least not in real life.
Damn, you are an adult. Shit.
This is a mean documentary.
Oh, come on, meet someone cool.
I've been wishing for a moment to be alone with you, to speak.
There's nothing to speak about, my lord.
We kissed.
We did not.
Oof.
Don't say this here.
You were my sisters intended. There's no world in which we could kiss.
I'm not so sure about that.
Are you quite serious?
We did a terrible thing.
We did a bad thing.
We should be ashamed of what we did.
But we're not.
What a surprise to see you here.
You do know my family has its very own room here.
What's in there?
The one with the Danbury name, just above the door.
Though I would have thought you required a respite after the strenuous events of the past week.
Oh, on the contrary. Well, I myself am hosting a ball later this week.
Wow.
I will see if there is still room. We shall have a full house, no doubt.
Oh, this is such an awkward ass thing. This is so awkward.
Ick.
I just wouldn't buy it. I just feel like they're making things worse.
It has come to this author's pen that Eloise Bridgerton is illiterate.
But if I'd not gone on that hunting expedition, I would never have discovered my mines.
Oh.
The lady of the hour.
Colin?
Lady of the hour.
hunting expedition in Georgia?
I was just telling Lord Featherington that my interest in his mines was sparked quite naturally when I viewed that exquisite necklace you wore at my brother's wedding.
Oh.
I shall eagerly await your response. The rest of the ton is dazzled by your exploits. I only wish to be too.
Dude, you're breaking the rules, bucko.
It is a chance to make a name for myself, as your cousin has done. And once our profits come, both our families will benefit, which is just what makes it so enticing.
Hell yeah.
Our relationship has taken shape so naturally over the years, one could take it for granted.
Aw, like I have been.
You have always been so constant and loyal.
I do not believe I deserve such praise for my loyalty.
Does something trouble you?
Nah, just some last season shit.
Until this agreement with your cousin is confirmed, I do not wish for words to get back to Anthony. Avoid telling anyone, especially Eloise. I know there are no secrets between you two, but...
Mr. Bridgerton.
Don't do anything, Lady Featherington.
I did not know we had a caller today.
Miss Penelope was just seeing me out. While I have been talking her to death about matters so foolish, I would blush to share them with anyone else.
Aw.
Need I remind you of our discussion about who is and is not to invest in our business?
I love it when you call it our business.
I'm so turned on right now.
Fucking guy.
More bills, Mrs. Varley?
Invitations, my lord, and there are quite a few.
Shit.
The invitations are ready to be distributed, Mom.
Oh no.
Dear little Augie is still suffering from his cough, so the Duchess will naturally not be able to attend. But that is precisely why it is so important that the rest of us embrace this theme of harmony.
Very well.
We can garner enough support. The Queen herself may even be swayed to forget all about this wedding business.
Oh.
It's positively suffocating in here.
Eloise, dear.
Oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Do not fret, Mama. I'll still be in attendance at your ball.
Participating in this farce along with the rest of us.
I am doing this for all of us.
It's my duty.
Good day, Bridgerton.
Voila.
What is about to become?
Is it the third day?
I shall find a printer, publish a counterfeit paper, and give Her Majesty exactly what she wants. An ally.
And you will use the assistance of that apprentice, Mr. Sharp.
I do not wish to speak of that boy ever again.
What will happen when the real Lady Whistledown decides to publish again?
I no longer care what the real Lady Whistledown does or does not decide to do. She is dead to me. At the very least, it will allow me a little more time to finally find the real writer and make her pay for all of her crimes.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I only wish to thank you for always being such a loyal friend.
Oh, man.
Under the circumstances.
Oh.
What a guilt trip.
This is rough. Oh, hey.
How much money do they have?
Just so much money. They're doing this shit all the time.
I know. It's like...
What is it about betrayal?
I don't even understand how the money comes in.
So?
Where does their money come from?
Yeah. They just have like a cavern below the house. It's just a pile of gold
its
coins.
Peculiar kind of frenzy after the promise of the wedding to end all weddings was broken. The Viscount's failed nuptials may not be the only betrayal our dear Bridgertons must manage.
Oh, my. Oh. Where's your white gloves?
It's going to be a rough ball.
Yeah.
It's going to be a rough ball, John.
It is going to be a bumpy one. I don't know if anyone's going to show up, honestly. What if there are too many other parties happening? We cut from him getting invitations to them sending them out.
If there is no need for my presence, I shall head to my studio. I, for one, do not wish to be around such misery all evening.
Wait.
I know of your opinions, brother.
You will stay for a dance. There shall be dancing. Hyacinth, come down here and do me the honor.
If she gets to dance, so do I.
I'm part of this cast.
yeah. I negotiated more lights now.
I believe the theme you have chosen tonight is harmony, Mother.
Aw. Let's see the fun side of him.
Aw, this is touching.
That is really sweet. Party is what you make it. And we got all us here.
Aw, this is really sweet. The face of society shunning each other. What really matters is the family within.
Yeah.
And Anthony's looking after his family right now and keeping them happy.
Oh, and even they're getting to dance and have fun.
Okay, stop staring now.
Yeah, just don't kiss.
Don't ruin the fun.
Just don't kiss. Oh, everyone except Miss Edwina.
so cordial.
Perhaps we should start eating some of that food.
I must admit, I am rather surprised they did not give credit to our story, Lady Danbury. Whatever happened?
Oh, shit.
Perhaps we should ask them.
Oh, shit.
Is something wrong?
Mrs. Wilson down?
It was just delivered, Ma'am. Is that Lady Whistledown?
What did she write?
She published, Mama.
Indeed she has.
Oh, no.
Now we may know why we are the only ones here.
Should our lives be distilled down to the sum total of our choices?
Wrote bad about the family.
For she's apparently been associating unchaperoned with improper company. Political radicals, in fact.
Shit.
You seem happy, my lady.
It seems our neighbours are to remain afflicted for quite some time. Go ahead.
This is exactly.
Seal the agreement with him.
Oh, God.
No, no.
This is why you guys will never be happy.
It might be that the young miss spent a great deal of time considering her decisions, or perhaps they were made in haste.
Wow. What else is in there? That could only have been like the first page with how much type there is.
As one makes one's bed, so one must lie in it.
Might we return home, Bon?
As if you truly care what I would like to do.
Edwina, this is cruelty.
Do not dare try to make me out to be the cruel one.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to get over something like this.
I may not know who I truly am.
She's getting no space from it.
At least I know I am kinder-hearted than you.
She's getting no space from this.
Yeah.
You gotta give it. We needs like real space, man.
Whoa. Gigantic moon.
What are you doing out here?
What are you doing out here?
My apologies.
No, please.
You were here first.
I was just leaving.
It is your house, my lord.
It does not signify.
Perhaps it should.
Must you always?
You are the one insisting.
Wait, this is you compromising.
Oh, good night, my lord.
Can you ever just agree? You have been like this from the moment we first met in those woods. Obstinate, unyielding to good, plain, common sense.
You give me orders and you expect me to listen. I do not listen.
Well, perhaps you should.
Oh, I shall never listen to you or to anyone I wholeheartedly disagree with.
Oof.
You wish to know why?
I am uncertain you even know why.
I know why.
Oh, here we go. Enthrall me with your self-knowledge and awareness.
It is because I've never met anyone like you. My family is on the brink of ruin. I am nearly certain every last one of my brothers and sisters secretly despise me. My own mother at that, despite the fact I've lived the better part of my life for them.
Yeah.
All I find myself thinking about, all I find myself being able to breathe for is you.
All I want for Christmas is you.
Contending with these thoughts of wanting to be nowhere except with you. Wanting to run away with you.
Oh, but you mustn't.
Of acting on the most impure, forbidden desires.
Oh.
No matter how much I must remind myself, I am a gentleman, and you are a lady of that.
You are speaking for both of them, you two.
It has remained imprinted on my mind.
Whoa, weird.
Intoxication of love.
You have to stop.
I have to stop.
There is no other course of action to be concluded. You must stop.
It has been you. Spinning my world off its axis, making me reconsider everything.
You guys are exactly the same.
I came here resolved to save my family. Everything I have ever done
Has it been for them?
Dude, me too.
You are the one who must stop.
Oh, you hang up.
Before what? Before we both finally do something for ourselves?
Hey.
Who cares what the internet thinks?
Yeah. This is a rap battle of romantic plea.
Please go inside.
It's your house.
What did I tell you about you and your orders?
Oh, shit, they're about to do it.
Psychology.
Oh, man, they're about to do it.
Do it. Right here under the gigantic moon. Whoa.
Oh, yeah, they're going for it.
I will stop.
Do not stop.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, they're going for it. Yeah, they're doing it.
The old school undergarments.
It's pretty hot stuff, yeah.
I don't even want to call it, like, it's not even underwear, these undergarments.
God, they could so easily get caught. Which makes it hotter, John.
Yeah, it does. That's part of their thing. this whole time. They've been doing stuff in plain sight.
When he was saying go inside, he means he wants to be inside.
Hey. Oh my God. Oh my God. Steamy. Ah. The knee. Huh? Wowie.
Anyone could catch him at any moment.
This is very, very, very hot. This is very rewarding.
Are we getting no shots of his ass?
Yeah.
Give me ass shots.
Come on, give me them cheeks, Anthony.
Season 1 had many ass shots.
Oh my, what the hell is what? What? Oh my.
No, she fled to India.
Oh no.
Everything is just followed by regret.
Oh boy.
She's feeling a lot of shame.
Yeah, man. Oh.
Don't you dare.
Brosephine. But it's gotta happen.
I mean, he defiled.
I must speak with Miss Sharma.
No. Specify.
I know it is early, but can you please tell her that I'm here?
I'm afraid that is not possible, my lord.
She's left.
She does not seem to be here.
One of the horses is gone too.
Oh, he knows where that is.
Full circle. Wow.
You're making this poor horse ride in this rain.
Dude. Cool purple lined cloak. Oh. She's off into the forest to do dark mystical deeds.
She's going to rewrite the timeline.
Yeah.
Miss Sharma!
Oh, he still calls her Miss Sharma.
Oh, golly. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
No, Miss Sharma!
No, you're going to wreck? Oh, sick. Except not sick.
She might fall.
She might
fall.
No.
Oh.
No.
Ah.
Oh, she just missed that rock.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look like she hit it, so. And it doesn't look like she fell, like, on her spinal column, like, I don't know, like, you know, when you fall on your head and you're like, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Wasn't that?
Reject Nation, do you ever feel like life is just constantly moving? Like, you're always on the go, always in a rush, and eating healthy is the thing that keeps getting pushed aside. That's been me for a few years now, and it can be a real struggle to maintain eating healthy. And that's honestly why we've become so dependent on what's this stuff at HUEL? What a natural segue that is. But also, we got 3 fridges around here, and we have these fridges stocked with the ready to drink. A lot of times going to events from here, I bring them with me. You'll often see Coy and I drinking them on camera for a reason, because it is a complete meal in a bottle. 35 grams of protein, 27 essential vitamins and minerals, slow release carbs, no artificial sweeteners, gluten-free, and it actually helps keep us full. I would drink HUEL while on my cut, where I lost a crap ton of weight last year. Coy currently on a cut for the past few months, and he's drinking these a few times a week. Plus, it's under $5, which makes it way easier to stay consistent. And then when I want something a little bit more built, I'll use the Black Edition powder. We got so much in that other room right over there. You can blend it with frozen fruit, ice. Sometimes I mix it with my hydration drinks. Same complete nutrition, just more customizable. And now, even though I'm no longer on a cut, I've been working on maintenance, it helps so much more to have something like this to maintain. So if you're like me, where the days feel nonstop, this makes staying on track simple and delicious. So for a limited time offer, you can get HUEL today with my exclusive offer of 15% off online with my code REJECTS at HUEL.com/rejects. New customers only. Once again, that's HUEL.com/rejects, code REJECTS. Thank you to HUEL once again for partnering and supporting Real Rejects.
Come on, man. Push her brains back in.
She's cold. That's the problem.
She needs more blankets. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, he's a hero.
Oh my God, Kate!
Call the surgeon at once! She has a cut on the back of her head. I kept pressure on it, but it needs stitching.
Sharma, can you hear me?
My blanket, she's still shivering.
Allow me to get to work.
She does need more blankets.
What happened? My valet saw you carrying Miss Sharma inside.
Is she all right?
I didn't know. Are you all right?
Nah.
Does not matter.
It's my fault. It is all my fault.
Now you gotta marry all 3 of them. It's a very cool walk. Yeah, even when you're traumatized.
Even gay people can walk cool, John.
I know. What's my excuse, right?
If not 3. Perhaps she had nothing more to say about that radical ruffian, Eloise Bridgerton.
Oh, ruffian.
What have you done with our scandal sheet?
Nothing today, sir. Would you like a newspaper?
Oh yeah, there's no Lady Whistledown. There's no narration.
I do hope Whistledown picks up her pen again in time to write about my forthcoming nuptials.
Perhaps she rested her pen so she did not have to write about such an uninteresting affair. Perhaps she was done ruining the lives of others. Mama, I wish to visit Eloise. It has been a week.
You will not set foot into that household. Do you understand me?
Ouch.
So where are we with Mr. Bridgerton?
We're close. I'm set to meet with him this afternoon.
Very well. Do you not think it have time for us to spend some of our earnings? Our coffers are practically overflowing.
Well, I suppose I could use a larger gun cabinet.
Yeah, always.
I was thinking more of some kind of celebration. Varley, Lord Featherington and I...
like mischievous Lord Featherington.
So that we may finally celebrate our engagement.
So that we may finally celebrate all of us. Varley, I want luster and glitter and gold. I want the best of everything. And we will call it the Featherington Ball.
She hasn't learned jack shit about saving money, man.
Knows Miss Sharma is yet to awaken from her accident. Perhaps we should not make jest of her family at a time like this.
Invite them all. They likely will not come, of course, poor souls. But let everyone be allowed to finally see how well we're
Learn nothing from being on the bottom.
after such a tragic year.
You might have a new thing to write about.
Roses and lilacs, I think, this time. Cheerful. Thank you, Mrs. Watson.
Holding it down, Mrs. Dub.
Are you sending flowers to the Sharmas again? There's nothing worse than rotting flowers when someone is unwell.
And nothing better than fresh ones.
We're not attending this Featherington ball, are we?
Oh, I do not know. I suppose it is a good thing we were invited. On my walk this morning, I was given the cut direct twice. At least Lady Whistledown does not seem to be writing about it.
It's a cut direct mean.
She does not seem to be writing
I'm
at
not
all
sure.
anymore. Is that not right, Al?
Eloise, perhaps a stroll with Penelope might help clear
They're
your
just
mind.
people skirting you.
The last thing Penelope needs is to be seen consorting with the likes of me. Featheringtons know how bad this is, and you do too, even if you refuse to admit
No
it.
one cared to inform me that we have lost 3 staff in the last month.
Uh-oh.
These are precisely the things I must know about.
We are not the only ones affected by
Wow,
our
this
ill reputation.
downfall
later.
is really bad then.
Would you care to inform me about anything?
I do not take note of staff changes, brother.
And what about our accounts? You apparently do not seem to take note of them either, since I spent the last 2 days balancing our books, only to discover that you seem to have taken out a rather large sum.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Whatever for?
All wise.
If you must know, I was exploring an investment with Lord Featherington.
This is just what makes for difficulties in this household.
Oh, my.
No one gives any thought as to how it must be managed.
Yes, 1 and 20, brother.
Is no one in this family allowed to make their own decisions?
You, keep to your doodling, and do not ask me to speak of your activities. I would not know where to begin.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's right back to where he was at the beginning of the season.
I must go too.
Back to being an
But do not worry, brother. I shall
control
send you
freak.
notice of every step I take today.
Yes.
Yes.
Doodling awaits, I suppose.
I do have so much to read.
I have my Latin.
Jesus Christ. Clear the room.
And I have lines in the season.
How is she?
I do not know. I have not.
You have not been to see her? It has been a week.
Have I not made it clear that I've been busy?
Yeah, you made that clear.
Wow, he's on the verge of tears.
I would be lying if I said I was not worried about you, Anthony.
I do not have time.
You never do.
Wait. Come back.
My name's Kate. Hey, Anthony. I like you. Thanks for saving me from that horse. You hear bees?
Miss Eloise, a package for you.
Oh, I do not want
You might want this one.
You opening the mail, dog?
Oh, it might be
I'll
from
be
that
outside.
boy. Might be from that boy.
Yeah, buddy. That's a contra book. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
You got my note.
Why did you not tell me sooner? That the real Lady Whistledown has been using this very shop to print her scandal sheet.
I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Not when she was still watching. Why do you think I ended things the way I did with you, despite wanting to do the very opposite?
Oh, my.
I did not want her to see the two of us together. I did not want her to write cruelly of you.
A little late for that.
Does he know who, like, the real Whistledown is?
Yeah, I'm trying to put that together, too.
I owe you an apology, Miss Bridgerton, for everything. Whistledown's now taken her business elsewhere. Thought you deserved to know the truth.
I deserve more than that.
She deserves you.
Which is why now is the perfect time to find her, when she is unsuspecting. And with your knowledge of her methods and my endeavors, I'm sure together we can finally unmask her.
Game is back on. Back afoot.
I must know everything you know.
The manuscripts came early mornings, twice a week usually.
Do you have the wrapping they came in?
They never came in wrapping. They came sewn into silks.
Shit.
We see her sew sometimes.
I had thought you might not wish to see me after the events of late.
Yes, I seem to have some time on my hands without Lady Whistledown to keep me occupied. I thought you might offer me some stimulating conversation. Why the Viscount and his bride did not walk back down the aisle together. Did it have anything to do with Lord Bridgerton's political radical of a sister?
Definitely.
I would not know, ma'am. We have all been busy keeping the elder Miss Sharma in mind until, as we hope, she recovers from her fall.
Of course. I shall send a few necklaces to express my sympathies.
It is kind of you.
It's not a problem. What about Lord Fife and that dour child who fancies herself a harpist?
I am unaware of such a match.
Oh, my.
Lady Whistledown had a monopoly on such speculations, did she not? Perhaps it would do us all some good to find new interests.
She's a drug addict, man.
Yeah, man.
Mind your business. Well, and by your business, I mean this bar. It needs tending.
Man's gonna explode.
So then, where are these mines exactly?
Well, I hesitate to say the exact location.
He's just haunted by the Featheringtons.
Mondrich, pleasure seeing you here.
Well, it is his bar.
Perhaps you might be able to see it for yourself. The Featheringtons given the most lavish ball of the season. Quite a celebration for a family who
You
just
can leave
wants...
them out of it.
Oh, no.
I would be very careful of the accusations you make in future, as it hardly seems you can afford to drive away any more patrons.
Whoa.
Christ.
Perhaps we might find another place to conduct our business, Featherington.
Bummer.
Colin Bridgerton has taken the bait.
You may have allowed me to move into my bedchamber, my lord, but that does not mean you can just burst in unannounced.
My apologies.
Oh, man, them sleeping together is going to make things so complicated.
All is coming together delightfully. Gold flowers, gold drinks, gold everywhere.
Gold.
Do you not like gold?
Now that Mr. Bridgerton is in, it seems we have well nigh exhausted the entire ton.
Well, how can that be?
We have been efficient, an excellent team.
Well, we can always make trips to visit the wealthy families in the countryside.
The wealthy families in the countryside are few and far between. Meanwhile, the families here will begin asking for a return on their investments before long, and then this whole thing falls apart.
Do not tell me you have no plan of escape, my lord.
You guys should have thought of that.
Leave London.
Oh, my God.
Travel to the Americas.
Knew it.
I'll do no such thing.
You like being on top here, yes?
You guys are made for America.
Well, then imagine how good it will feel to be in a new city. Endless opportunity, endless wealth, us to secure together.
Well,
Portia, we could be an even better team without the restrictions of this God-forsaken society.
The freedom of America.
You do know that America has no royalty. You could be their queen.
Yes, that's what we want.
No royalty, but you could be their queen. Nope.
Oh, this is awkward.
Think about it.
Weird.
You were something special, lady.
And I do very much like gold.
I love gold.
He knows how to seduce.
Positively verklempt.
As he's going to marry her daughter.
Yeah, man.
You must not do this, Didi. You must not leave me like this. We have to, please.
You must not be in a coma.
Oh, she's so beautiful in a coma.
Yeah, she's like Sleeping Beauty.
Almost dying. Great way to get forgiveness.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Mama! Lady Danbury, make haste!
Oh.
Dearest, she's awake.
Dearest.
Thank heavens, I sent for the doctor.
Kate. Do you remember?
Do you remember?
I remember riding in the park and the fall. Oh, Mama. Edwina, I'm so sorry. You must rest, Didi. Do not strain yourself.
Yeah, it's not your fault. We will have that horse executed at once.
Did Lord Bridgerton come to see me?
He rescued you in the park. Gallantly, in fact. He brought you back here several days ago.
And then pieced out.
And since?
It must be so awkward to inquire about such a thing.
Yep.
I see.
That boy ain't shit.
He was a hidden and quitted man.
I will join the family in the drawing room momentarily.
Anthony.
Uh-oh.
She's awake.
Mrs. Wilson heard from one of the maids.
Okay. Oh.
It is unthinkable.
Ooh.
Finding someone like that. Someone
Hmm.
you love.
I'm sorry.
So sorry that it was you who was with your father that day. And I am sorry for everything that happened in the days that followed.
Is this our first time talking
If
about
I could go back and change things, you have no idea how much I
wish I could change everything.
Sure feels like it.
It is what I think about every night before I close my eyes, and then again every morning before I open them. It will never go away.
They are marked by that day.
I do not think that I can see her.
No.
It is a really unfair situation.
Losing Edmund was the most difficult time of my life.
Yeah, dude, don't
The pain that I felt
force that upon yourself.
beyond description.
Cat's already out of the bag.
But
You
there
might
is
as well.
one thing that has given me at least some modicum of solace, knowing that I would still choose the life I led with him each and every time.
007.
And I would undoubtedly feel the same pain I felt all over again if I had to.
There'd be so much regret.
Because real, true love is worth it. No matter what.
Yeah, man, open your heart.
Do not lose her, Anthony.
Oh.
You cannot lose her.
Come on.
Mademoiselle Bridgerton, what are you doing here on your own? I thought you did not care for vêtements.
I'm not here for dresses. I should, however, like to dress you down.
Haha.
Excuse-moi?
You were out with her, did you not? Lady Whistledown?
Mon Dieu, you have a fantastical mind.
I thought you were her at one point. That proved to be wrong. But I do realise you have boys taking packages in and out all day long, which puts you in the most perfect position to direct her issues to the printer without raising a single eyebrow.
I do not know what you are talking about.
Madame Delacroix is old, but at least she is capable. Not often Whistledown throws out a compliment.
I do not know many ladies who would consider being called old a compliment.
Sure.
Your business prospered after she wrote
Miss Eloise, it would be foolish of me to be engaged with such a scandalous person.
You are getting so defensive.
When I know what Whistledown recently wrote of you, no?
Madame Delacroix, we would like to be gilded.
Coat us in gold, please.
Penelope's reunited.
Oh. Meet me outside.
Huh?
I realise you are not to be seen with me, but if you could spare me just one moment.
Eloise.
The print shop where Theo works was in fact Whistledown. He has told me everything.
Oh, crap.
Louise, I thought you would quit your hunt, but Whistledown's was not enough.
You are not listening to me. I'm going to find her now.
Do not scream at me!
No.
I'm sorry.
But people know you have been speaking to him, Theo. There has been gossip about you and a man from the lower classes for weeks. You had to have heard people talking.
Oh, shit.
Who is talking?
Servants, those who have heard it from their houses. Well, my sister asked me about it just the other day.
I thought I'd been discreet. Are you quite sure?
Lady Whistledown has done you a favour.
Yeah.
If she were to find out about this and write about it, then your family are already in a great deal of trouble.
Wow, it's so
You've been
multi-layered.
consumed by thoughts for far too long. First you love her, then you hate her. It is enough. I do not want to hear about it anymore.
Wow, when
This
Louise
scandal of
finds
yours
out the
will soon
truth.
pass.
Yeah.
I look forward to the day when things will return to how they used to be between us.
Woof.
Bridgerton, Tessa, mind if I join you?
The more the merrier.
Mr. Bridgerton will be happy to have you here before the two me's gang up on him.
What?
Remarkable. I should think it your best work to date.
Well, but perhaps we have all earned a drink.
I'm glad to see you blossoming, Bridgerton. I think many of us at the Academy assumed you'd be all drink and no paint.
Why ever would they assume that?
Well, considering your acceptance.
God, that sucks. Just being in that position that whole time.
Rupert.
But enlighten me, please.
Oh, no.
Brother's large donation to the Academy. It's what secured your place.
Oh,
I thought you knew.
Oh, no. Oh.
Now I really have to return to my doodling.
But you proved you know what you're doing.
You earned it without even knowing.
You earned it by paying for it.
Lord Bridgerton,
I'm glad to see you're awake.
I hear it was you who found me and brought me home safe.
I suppose I must be grateful for our very first race in the park.
They have to
If it were not for that fateful moment.
So much pleasant. Still like
Who knows what
formality.
else could have happened.
Thank you for the flowers.
I picked it myself.
Was there something else, my lord?
I called on you the morning after. I called on you to apologize.
Apologize?
You deserve so much more than that. I took liberties. I did not want it to happen like that. So I came to apologize.
Yes, you already
and
said
to
that.
ask you to marry me.
Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit!
I'm here.
What are you doing?
And I'm asking you.
No, my lord, I do not need you to ask me anything at all.
Kate.
I want to.
Returning to India. The
Become
moment I
Indian,
resolve
Anthony.
matters with my
Yes.
sister, I'm returning to India. It is decided.
Do a Mac and me.
And what of your family's financial
Lady
affairs?
Danbury
You
has
simply-
kindly offered to sponsor my mother and sister for another season. I'm certain they would do perfectly well on their own, as it is clear I am of no help.
So you're free of all this?
You're running away.
Very
Please go.
good observation.
Literally to India.
Then perhaps it could be the other modiste.
The other modiste was driven out of business in part by Lady Whistledown's column praising Madame Delacroix.
So then she must be hiding something.
Perhaps, but she is quite crafty.
Even the back of the room's
If
lit
Madame
for.
Delacroix is involved, she will never admit it. Yet another clue that will only lead nowhere.
We're on a road.
Oh.
Nowhere.
Touch hands.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Oh,
there we
oh,
go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby.
Nice.
And I touch lips. Oh, nope. God, it's so embarrassing. You get rejected for a kiss.
Supposed to propose first.
This is absurd.
Why?
I would never.
No, this whole thing, it is absurd. We cannot continue to meet like this.
This was your idea.
You know, I know it was. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
No, come on.
Are you? Or are you suddenly dropping out of this hunt for other reasons?
People are already talking about us, Theo. And no, I do not normally care what other people think, but yes, I care about you.
Oh.
And if we continue on like this, I cannot live with myself if you are the one who has to face the consequences.
I should have known.
Ugh.
He's not going to take it like
But you could not be any different from all other ladies. It's all right, Miss Bridgerton. You dipped your toe into my waters, trying to make yourself feel better about the unadvantages of your birth.
Oh.
Now you can go back to your life, and I can go back to mine.
Wow, it's like the reversal of Anthony's relationship on the gender side. In the season 1.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help you find your right. Best of luck.
Ouch. Ouch.
Theo.
Oh. Gosh.
God, that is like piling up in there, dude.
Yeah, that's a
Making a
stash.
dent in there.
You just move out.
Kate, you should not be up on your own.
I am feeling much improved. The most rested I have felt in years, after a week in bed, in fact.
I should hope.
It has been a rather strenuous season.
Edwina, I know earning your trust again will not be simple, but I am willing to continue to try, however long it might take.
Oh, give her permission to love
You were
him.
unwell. All I cared about was you getting better. Now that you are, I do have questions.
Give the permit. Grant her.
Yeah, free her.
Grant her, please.
Was there always something between you and the Viscount? Were you lying to me all along?
I was lying to myself.
Yeah, good answer. Good answer.
Perhaps there was something between us, but I truly did not know it until it was too late.
But once you knew, why did you not tell me? Why wait for me to put it together on my own like a fool?
I thought I could deny my feelings.
Yeah, crush him.
But they were too strong.
Mm-hmm.
When I found out about your accident, all I could think of is how I do not even know you.
Whoa.
I am done with playing a part. I want to know myself truly and to know who you are too. Because I am unsure I like the young ladies we have both been playing.
Oh,
Sure.
Be your true self.
Aw.
Might we bring our new selves to this ball the Featheringtons are giving tonight? I do not want you to attend for me.
Come on.
Whatever action you now wish to take, I only hope it is because you are being truthful to yourself,
Nah, you're a real one, sis.
not because of anyone else.
Seems like it's so hard to be truthful to yourself in this society.
She's serious.
So many of these people go on arcs of.
You seem to have the melancholy of heartbreak about you.
What would you know about heartbreak?
I would not really.
Eh, you're an artist.
But I have felt it in paintings, in a Gainsborough portrait or a Turner sky.
Turner.
What does one feel in a Bridgerton?
Aroused.
Disappointment, lack of inspiration.
Art Academy not going so well.
You could say that.
I'm an imposter, Al. Turns out Anthony himself bought my seat at that table.
That's rough.
That does not mean you would not have been accepted on your own.
Hell, I never know.
Yeah. Who's to say?
I too know what it is like to feel oneself an imposter.
I too.
Parading around ballrooms in feathered frocks, pretending to be someone I am not.
It's the whole theme of this
I
episode.
truly do not want to go to this dreadful ball tonight, even if I know Pen will be there. She finds me quite foolish too at present.
Would you like a companion?
Oh.
What? Of course I would not.
Because I'm apparently free?
Aw.
Imposter party of two?
I
Like
ship
his
them.
voice there.
I ship them for next season. Why not?
Oh, is that Louise the Asian girl in Bridgerton season 4?
Definitely is, yeah. A lot of stuff happens in season 3, let me tell you.
Brother? Gregory, should you not be in bed?
His name's Gregory?
Dude, you got a name and everything. That's your guy.
Latin teacher believes
I've been making fun of you for way too
Yelled
long,
at me.
kid.
Thinks I am stupid.
Nah, dude, season 5, you'll show him.
I'm sorry for disturbing you. I shall.
Gregory, wait.
Anthony and Gregory?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Does that make me Simon?
Your Latin tutor does not think you are stupid. He thinks I am frightening. I ask too much of him, and of you, and of everyone, really.
You can fail Latin, it's cool.
Am I like him at all?
Never got to know Papa.
Or was he more like you, father?
Well, Anthony was like you until he died, and now. So he's more like Gregory.
He was like both of us, really. He had my seriousness, perhaps.
Huh?
He shared your love of a prank.
Did he?
He once put glue in Benedict's shoes.
Damn.
What a weird father.
Yeah, at this time, too.
I wish I could have played a prank on him.
Like covered his body in honey.
I wish so too.
I wish I had more fun.
We do not talk about him enough, do we?
I do not know much about him at all.
That is because I have shown up far too late for far too many things.
It's the conversation you and little Anthony should have had.
Your father was the best man I've ever known. He was good for a laugh, of course, but he was courageous and never afraid to fight, not just for his family, but for everything else, too.
They really built the idealism of his character.
And it's interesting, too, because, like, they cast a guy whose face is recognizable, so, like, there's this looming thing that you can then heap all these...
I hope your return to India is not because of some eagerness to flee what is difficult.
Which it is.
I know the feeling too well, and I can tell you it is never the wise choice. Oh, seeing you like this.
It is my fault, Mama. Everything that has happened.
Edwina forgives you. I forgive you.
But I do not forgive myself. I was supposed to help her. To help our family, and instead...
It is not right that you were left to guide Edwina alone. That was my failing.
You were grieving Alba.
But so were you.
Mm-hmm.
And after you had already lost your mother, too, Kate...
You took me in as your own. And you never treated me any differently. Everything I did, I owed it to you.
You owed me nothing. Oh, love is not something that is ever owed. You came into my life as a daughter, and I never saw you as anything else. It grieves me to think you do not believe you deserve all of the love in the world.
He was going to ask me to marry him.
Was.
The Viscount.
He did.
And I could not allow it, Mama.
I mean, he did.
He was going to ask me out of mere obligation, some misguided notion of duty after the two of us.
No. No.
He does not love me, Mama.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, well, I could not allow it.
That's the real thing about it. All comes down to this freaking ball. The string quartet is now a sextet.
Exquisite, is it not? You might think it a foretaste of my wedding to Cousin Jack, I suppose. Might he finally dance with me tonight?
Cousin
Not
Jack.
if he knows what is best for him.
Oh, I shall swoon.
Whoa.
Ball is truly my crowning achievement.
Yeah, you got her to show up.
What horrible thing is going to happen to them?
Your Majesty.
I cannot do this tonight. I am sorry, Mama. I fear I must disappoint you yet again. The only thing that would disappoint me is seeing you starting to care what anyone else thinks. That would not be you.
Yeah, don't start now.
I do not want you keeping things from me ever again. Now, you have come thus far this season. It would be a shame for you to turn back now.
Steady.
I'm ready.
Wife had his lady friend in a closet, apparently. 20 minutes, if you can believe it.
I got something to write about.
Pen.
My pen is itching.
Enjoy your evening. Me neither.
Did you hear about old Fife?
You were correct about Theo. It was a mistake ever getting involved with him. I took your advice and I extricated myself. Did not take it well, but I think it was the necessary choice.
Oh, no.
Thank you for protecting me. You are a true friend.
Oh.
So you're Lady Whistledown, sir?
It's over. She is gone for good. Suppose now we can finally speak of other things.
I feel like she's going to realize who Lady Whistledown is in, like, the final frame of this episode.
Yeah.
Perhaps you might speak of Lord
Look
Fife.
directly into the camera.
I hear he recently spent a good deal of time with Miss Goring in a closet, for what I cannot imagine.
Wherever did you hear that?
Miss Goring is over there, alongside the lemonade table.
Shit.
Secretly fixing tissue paper in her bosom. Now we know who for. Look.
Yep. We're getting
What a
this
keen observation, Pen.
No. Pen! No! You've been so adept until now.
Something about sewing is going to come back.
Every
I'm
clue
glad you
she's
decided to
dropped
come. I could not miss out on one last evening with you before I go.
To India forever, never to return again.
Then what do you say? Might we take to the dance floor?
With whom?
Ourselves? They cannot possibly say anything about us that we have not heard before.
Yeah.
And should your brush with death not be our best social capital yet?
Hey. Now we're a team.
They'll
Ladies
get over
breaking
the drama.
all the rules. This is tantamount to having lesbian sex in front of everyone, right?
You realise you're dancing with a ruined Bridgerton, Miss Cowper?
I enjoy keeping people alive.
Oh, God. This
I
fucking
enjoy
bitch.
that beautiful necklace you're wearing. A gift from Lord Featherington.
17 rubies, in fact.
Ew.
You grow jealous, Mr. Bridgerton.
Dazzling. Except the clasp is broken.
And do we know they are fake?
Is it?
Might I mend it for you? The Bridgerton valet has a way with jewellery.
You would not be making up an excuse just to call on me, would you?
He's gonna find a fake.
I hope so.
Do it now. Go talk to your guy right now.
What's happening? What's happening?
What? Oh no. This is not what you want.
We thought quite scandalous for the two of us.
There are no gemstone mines in Georgia. Your cousin, Lord Featherington, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, Pen, but, well, I have looked into him. I believe he is nothing but a mere charlatan.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying, if I'm right, then this necklace...
Oh, shit.
Penelope, Mr. Bridgerton.
What is the meaning of this?
The meaning is...
God damn it.
Oh, shit.
that
He's
this
done
necklace
it.
is a fraud, made of glass, just like you.
Oh.
How dare you take advantage of these poor ladies, Featherington, without a father or a husband to protect them? It is out of concern for their reputation alone that I will only address this matter in private. But I expect you to return all of the funds you have collected and leave town at once.
My man. What just happened with your character? Shit.
Not happy to be taken advantage of.
I'll deal with this. Thank goodness for Mr. Bridgerton.
Fucking hell. God. Oh no.
We must accelerate our plans.
We gotta get
We must get more money from people.
Yeah.
We will finish the evening and catch the first ship tomorrow to the Americas.
But that's much too soon, my lord. And what about my young ladies?
We shall send for them off.
After what?
After they're executed.
Yeah.
Although I'm certain it'll be hard to convince them of a midnight flit to the southern states. In some ways, this will be a relief.
The southern states.
I will no longer have to go through with my proposed marriage to Prudence. There will be other possibilities in the future.
Yeah. You know you get off on this.
Is he just seducing? Does he actually want?
We should return to the party.
I like her wicked-themed headdress.
Colin.
You all right?
I believe so.
Good, because we are dancing.
Yeah, we are.
I had been rehearsing that speech in my mind for hours. If your cousin does not return the money and leave your family alone, I will have another thing to say.
Ooh.
You're astonishing, Colin. Cannot thank you enough for looking after us.
I will always look after you, Penelope.
Oh.
You are special to me.
Oh no.
As are you to me.
Oh.
Oh, she's granting permission.
Oh, go out.
You will not be able to avoid him all night.
Yeah.
And you should not attempt to, at least not on my behalf. Be the sister I know that you are.
Be a winner.
Be funny and brave and feeling.
Be feeling.
Be unafraid to follow your heart after doing the exact opposite for far too long. You have spent so much of your time shining your light on me. It is time for you to shine all on your own.
Oh, shit.
Lord Bridgerton.
Miss Sharma.
Wow, they feel so alone here.
I was just on my way outside.
But I have to go outside if you want.
We should continue to keep our distance between us in light of the...
Perhaps we should not. Perhaps the spectators might take pity on me. I was on the dance floor days after a terrible injury to the head. Perhaps I needed someone to steady me.
Yeah.
Make sure I was all right.
Come on, my man.
Perhaps you were the first person I found.
Ah, he's having fun.
How many?
3.
Smooth.
Are you going to ask me to dance one last time?
Are you going to say yes?
Oh, I already said it, baby.
Do you want to stop?
Just keep looking at me. No one else matters.
And no one else matters.
What a scandal.
A very
Is that
Just
why
put
the
together.
sister's wedding was abandoned?
Oh, child, no. That wedding did not happen because I simply changed my mind.
Oh, wow.
A fact Lady Whistledown must have somehow missed.
Oh,
I
wow.
think they look beautiful together.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful indeed. Do they not?
Oh, my God.
do they not?
Let's go, Queen.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Oh, yeah, yes, they look amazing.
Yeah,
I was the first one who thought they looked amazing.
Oh, they have given them love.
Wow.
Miss Edwina,
They can love each other now.
have I yet told you about my nephew?
Oh, that motherfucker's coming back.
He's a prince.
And he is available.
Oh my God, let's get him. Oh shit, no, that was supposed to be you last season. One more layer, one more wall.
Everyone outside! I have a surprise for you all!
What? Oh no.
Oh, Queen.
Eloise.
Whoa. Shit.
Where did you get all of this money?
Eloise, what are you doing going through my things?
Answer me.
I also invested with...
It's none of your business.
It's none of my business. I see. And what exactly is your business, Pen?
Shit.
Hearing you repeat all that gossip tonight, it struck me. Because I've never heard you like that. You might have said those kinds of things before, but tonight was the first time I, in fact, heard you say them.
She sounded like Whistledown.
Sounded so familiar. Your words, not just the content or subject.
The syntax.
The pattern. It sounded written, almost.
She was inspired.
Why do you think that is?
Because you've been reading too much Whistledown. Her voice, it is echoing in your head, Eloise.
I thought so too at first. But then I also thought about how you were always clinging to that wall.
Sewing.
Collecting all sorts of morsels of gossip. How when I expressed my dislike for the naming of the diamond at the beginning of the season, Whistledown disavowed the whole thing shortly after.
God.
How you were one of the only people who could have known about Miss Thompson's pregnancy.
Eloise, you cannot possibly...
And then I thought about how you said people have been talking. About me and Theo. Only if that were the case, Whistledown would have written about it weeks ago. It's even why you chose to work with Madame Delacroix. Because she was someone I had already dismissed. Because this was personal.
Jeez.
I'm so sorry, you were right about all of it. I was trying to protect you.
Is that what you were doing? By writing about me in your latest sheet? By telling the entire world about things I trusted you
It
with?
was the only way I could convince the Queen it wasn't you. It was the only way I could save you.
The only person you were interested in saving was yourself.
Well, yeah.
You have no idea how horrible it's felt to keep this from you, from everyone, for so long. Whistledown has been all I have had, and I have given it up. I am done with it.
Wow.
I wrote and I gave it up for you.
Oh.
Writing your secret little scandal sheet, tarnishing everyone in town all because you are too scared to stand up for yourself in reality.
Damn, sis.
You are something, Penelope. An insipid wallflower indeed.
At least I did something.
Host.
You have all these great ambitions, these great plans, but I am the one who actually did something great, and you cannot stand it, can you?
Oh.
Whoa.
But what do you think that makes you?
Jelly.
I wish never to see or speak to you again.
No. I just want everyone to know I will always be on Penelope.
Ride or die.
I don't care how bad they try making her look in that scene.
I've instructed the maids to pack up all your things, your essential things at least, with enough money to get you on a boat back to America and out of our lives.
I thought we were leaving together.
No,
No.
you're leaving alone. Never touch me again.
Portia, we are a team, and an excellent one at that.
Oh, I already have a team.
Yeah.
They are 3 young ladies, often nettling and contrary, but they are mine. And it is clear to me that you do not care about them at all, so I'm sending you away with your favourite person, yourself.
This scheme was as much your idea as mine.
Yeah, but once you disregarded the little girls, though.
A woman who is a victim herself, having invested the last dregs of her money into this very scheme. There is a record of it, my lord. I will keep a large share of the money to support myself and my young ladies. And I had Mrs. Varley forge a signature on a document stating that as soon as one of my girls has a son, the estate shall pass to them. Varley has excellent penmanship, you see.
Yep, we know that from
The
before.
town, of course, will be infuriated to discover that you've run away with all the money that you tricked out of their trusting hands. Oh, you're welcome to try to explain it to them now that they're all gathered here.
You are cruel.
I am.
Ooh. Ooh.
And you're not leaving any worse off than when you arrived with nothing.
Yeah. Cousin Jack. Better get packed and don't come back. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man, I love watching her.
So what's the surprise?
Have you seen Eloise? Eloise Bridgerton.
No, I'm not Eloise Bridgerton.
Penelope Featherington. The way you were dancing with her looked rather interesting. You're courting the girl, Bridgerton.
Oh, shit.
I would never dream of courting Penelope Featherington. Not in your wildest fantasies.
Oh, you jerk. You just ruined everything.
Jesus Christ. Can we get a qualifier on that? Because I care too much about, like, I don't know.
I've decided to leave the academy.
Whatever for?
I know about your donation, brother. Perhaps because you sense the truth, which is that I'm simply not good enough.
Oh, Benedict, stop. You're beginning to sound like me. If you want to paint, for seeing what others need, even when they cannot see it themselves. Oh. It is a gift it has taken me far too long to recognize, but I would not have done if it were not for you.
Oh.
Enjoy the rest of your evening, brother.
Brother?
Wow, that sounded like a dark ass finale.
I know. Where's the catharsis?
Yeah.
Where's the love shit?
Sad shit going down.
You get one kiss?
People spot you in this garden.
Are you still planning to leave for India?
I have my sister's blessing, as well as my mother's.
I was fearful of losing you. It is why I could not visit you after your accident. I could not bring myself to
confront the real possibility of losing another person you love.
I love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've loved you at every dance, on every walk, every time we've been together, and every time we've been apart. You do not have to accept it. You do not have to embrace it.
Oh.
Or even allow it, knowing you probably will not, but you must know it in your heart. You must feel it, because I do.
I feel it.
I love you.
I do not know what to say.
You do not have to say it.
I do not think there is anything else to say other than I love you too.
I want a life that suits us both.
So you're staying.
I know I am imperfect, but I will humble myself before you because I cannot imagine my life without you, and that is why I wish to marry you.
Oh.
It's not obligation.
You do know there'll never be a day where you do not vex me.
I count now.
Is that a promise, Kathani Sharma?
Kathani.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it is a promise.
Well then, it seems the two of us are finally seeing eye to eye on something.
I suppose we are.
There we go. There we go. Who's lurking over there? Are they just watching fireworks?
No, they're watching the fireworks. That's a surprise.
It has been said that silence can
Well
wield
done,
more power than
Then
words.
Anthony morphs into a wolf. Oh, it's
doing it.
her. She's narrating.
You were right about the new Lord Featherington. I must apologize for how I acted the other day. It was what I needed to do in order to gain his trust.
Win, I do not relish.
No. But perhaps you should pour yourself something as well.
I brought patrons.
I brought the homies.
I told them this place was run by an honorable man who serves a good drink.
Aww.
They demanded to come.
Hell yeah.
I'm in your debt now, Mr. Mondridge.
Oh.
Oh, your sleeve's up, Will. We have customers.
Oh, it's nice to see a smile.
It is in silence where one may find truth. All one has to do, I suppose, is listen for it.
Oh, man.
Paint.
Oh. Lady Feather. Oh. L.
I know. There will always be times when silence is necessary. And of course, times when it is not.
Interesting audio quality on this narration. Oh shit. Are we about to unmask? Or are you about to write a whole whistle down about just how great Eloise is?
Gentle reader, you thought I was silenced, but you thought wrong.
Yeah.
One thing you should know by now, it is that this author cannot keep quiet for long. Yours truly, Lady Whistledown.
Can't be the ending shot, right? Okay.
Gosh.
Well, what would be dutiful is meeting your family outside before they realize we're ignoring them.
Yeah, I gotta keep that tension going.
Glimpses of nudity.
It is an interesting show in that regard because it's never like, look at these body. It's always very like incidentally framed.
Away travelling for 6 months and now they take 6 hours coming down the stairs.
6 is nothing when you're a newlywed.
Here they are.
Simon's just making pancakes in the kitchen right now.
He'll be out with a full stack in a few minutes.
Right, we've all picked, but left the mallet of death.
Not for me! Oh. Never mind.
Probably keep to pink, Anthony. I rather think that it will match the shade of your embarrassment when you use it.
I suppose he is.
Newton!
You guys are going to be all right.
I presume that means the game has finally started then.
Do you know that was your turn?
No turn!
Is your dog?
Oh, and yours through marriage.
I do not recall ever making such an agreement.
Ah, well, that is between you and him.
He does not listen to me.
I believe I do.
Yeah, you got to earn his respect. You got to race him on horseback.
I suppose that means they are cutting out.
No, we're not cutting out. Unless you want to take this opportunity to return upstairs.
And admit defeat? Never.
Never. You know returning upstairs will be that much better after this game.
God, you guys just like don't care that you're like with family right now.
Yeah. We don't give a shit about any of the societal etiquette anymore.
Yeah, we're just gonna make out like crazy in front of all of you.
I'm like, this is not a PDA world. This is tantamount to like doing it right in front of everybody.
That is just like such a romantic makeout kiss, so passionate. Everyone's just watching.
Yeah. How they choreograph these perfect lens flares. Oh,
who's that?
Memory of Carol Prentice. Let's find out. Good golly, Miss Molly.
So we're supposed to watch season 3 and 4, then immediately watch Queen Charlotte, right?
Yeah,
That's what everyone's yelled at us.
Yeah, everyone says you basically have to watch season 3 and 4, and then you have to watch Queen Charlotte all in one sitting once the season 4 finale is finished. You can't stop. Yeah.
All right, cool.
So we'll do like a 12-hour live stream.
I'm willing to do whatever they want me to do.
Yeah. Whatever we need. Whatever the Queen demands. Carol.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. You can get the full reaction watch along at our Patreon, by the way.
Huzzah!
Resync it with your own copy. Netflix, of course. Help support the channel against the many copyright claims that come in here obnoxiously lately. Another great way to support the channel is rejectnationshop.com. That's an option. Well, John.
Gregory.
Where do you think Simon was?
I think he was. We actually missed him in the background of so many shots. I would love if that was the case, where he's actually on screen a ton, and you just have to, figure out which blurry background actor he is.
That's what we use AI for.
That's what we use AI. Enhance that.
Include Simon here.
Yeah.
Include Simon here.
Give me an exact replica of Bridgerton season 2, but just throw Simon in there.
Simon in the background. Once in a while.
Just make him always hanging out at Mondridge's. He never says anything. He just looks up once in a while, and he's like, yeah. Waiting for Daphne to be done with whatever shit she's doing at the Bridgerton house. Yeah.
Okay, so
glad for Simon.
The main storylines: Featherington, Lady Whistledown, Eloise, Canthony.
Canthony, is that what we call them? Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw a patron ask that question.
Canthony.
By the way, you guys could ask questions and we answer them at our Patreon page.
That's part of what we do here.
Well, what do you feel about Canthony finally saying they love each other?
It was very cathartic. I was very happy for them. This was they wrung out every last drop of that will they, won't they, freaking getting obstacles out of the way, self-imposed obstacles, societal obstacles, yada yada. And there was a point during this episode, certainly, where I was like, we're on the finale. How are they going to wrap this up? Because it's like halfway through the episode and it still seems dubious as to whether they'll get together.
Yeah.
But I was very overjoyed when it finally happened, and when you get those ending moments that are so awash in joyous romance and ooey gooey loviness, I was very enthralled. But how did you feel about their culminative romance?
I really liked it a lot. It's a difficult position because they really didn't do anything that wrong when you think about it. Outside of them just happen to fall in love with each other, but they didn't really participate in activities. They just came kind of close.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the stuff that's wrong is, him proposing to the sister and getting engaged almost very
forcing this bond to nearly happen and putting this emotional trauma upon Edwina.
It is the definition of it's complicated, guys.
Yeah.
It's a very complicated situation. And I did like, though, where we ultimately ended up, and I thought them getting the pathway to being in love felt very natural. They earned it.
Yeah.
Because it was like a couple episodes of them not being able to be together. So by the time you actually get to this final moment, I can understand characters getting to a point of understanding. And this whole season seemed to be primarily about accepting how you really feel. That seemed the way it was for every character here, except who you truly are. Don't stop denying it embrace it, feel your feelings. I like the line of that she says, Edwina says, and one of the actions is be feelings. I'm like, oh, what an interesting way to put that. So feel your feelings and be true to who you really are was the entire season. And I thought they kind of landed that note in a really big way. What are consequences that can come from not being yourself and being honest with yourself and with others? And what rewards can there be from being honest with yourself and being honest with others? So I thought the season actually hit a really, really good note on it the entire time.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the Featherington narrative and that turn it took?
Saga, man. It's been very fun to watch. It's been very fun. Like, as of season 1, I was like, oh, man, I'm going to hate, in an intentional, in a way the show intends kind of way, Lady Featherington. But what I've loved about them is, like, by the end of this season, I'm like, yeah, there are often times where we're at odds with you or where you're not in a good position. But, like, I've come to really enjoy her as a character specifically, and watching her really kind of watching how she basically has to do everything for this family. And, you know, she, as much as at first you're like, oh God, you know, you need to stop. The more we get into this whole partnership with her and cousin Jack, you are like, you are the brains here, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a harsh world. And so I sympathize with your position. The other daughters are always good for a laugh, I feel like. And props to those actresses, because they have to play these two characters that are like a little bit womp by comparison to everybody else. So yeah, all that, and then, you know, the back and forth with cousin Jack and all the swindling and Colin getting involved. Very fun. Very fun. He's got a good, like, he's fun to watch because he's slimy. And when he's doing punchable things, he has a very punchable face.
Yeah.
So I got a big kick out of that. And then everything with Penn and Eloise was pretty harsh. I feel like they've gone for more like heavy, like, even though it's not like the main plot line of a lot of the episodes, like the plot lines where we are like on Eloise and Penelope, I felt like just mounting tension until we get to the ending bit here. But the general Featheringtons, I got a huge kick out of. It was very cathartic at the end to see her, you know, dress him down, send him back to the States. It's good shit.
I guess I never really got the sense. At the end of the day, it is true. Lady Featherington does care about her daughters. And it's weird because it wasn't until she said that when it made me look back on as much as I could remember of her character and scenes she's had this entire time. Because when she first said that, my mind went, you do? And I'm like, oh yeah, everything does kind of in her own fucked up way.
Yeah.
Go back to taking care of her family. I always thought it was, I mean, of course there's a percentage of that is about herself and protecting her own reputation and being able to have the goods. But everything did always go back to giving something to the daughter. But I was of the impression that it was about like what propping up the daughters did for her. You know, like using your kids more than anything else is what I thought. And I guess, though, in her own messed up way, she did think that. So I can see how that is the straw that broke the camel's back.
I think he's more selfish than she is. Because I think you're right. She's ready to marry her daughter off to him.
Yeah.
Meant like a better. But at the same time, yeah, I guess like whatever her machinations, it always comes with like, well, you know, we're trying to get you into freaking nice dresses and we're trying to get you a freaking dowry. Like, you know, it's all inside the game of this society. And so it seems like whatever her machinations, part of the goal is to get the girls into, or at least the two sisters. It doesn't seem like she focuses on Penelope much. But, you know, it seems like the goal is to get them set up too.
Yeah.
You know, even if she's using them.
Well, we got some questions from our Royals.
Let's do it.
And there's some, I have observed them briefly.
Excellent.
So let's kick it off here with Sandrak. Both seasons now have had something of a cliffhanger that teases Penelope's storyline with and beyond the Bridgertons. What do you both hope for Penelope moving forward? With Colin, with Eloise, with Lady Whistledown, given how these seasons have moved her story forward. I want one episode where she goes into the print shop and there's someone there as Lady Whistledown in a mask.
Oh.
And then when she takes off her mask, looks just like Penelope.
Oh, no.
And she has somehow created a personification entity.
Yeah.
Where she has her own memories and identity. This Lady Whistledown
got like a surrogate
created
effigy
just from her mind.
Yeah. She willed it into existence. Some kind of supernatural being. And now she's got to have a dueling gossip column because she can't control this anymore.
Her season 3 is not people's favorite.
Oh, really?
So I imagine that's what they do.
See, funny as
Takes too much of a sci-fi turn.
See, definitely. So I mean, we'll see, because that's what I've been saying this whole time. Is one thing they need is a little bit of sci-fi. I'm the one of the few things I do have a mild amount of context for what season 3 may be about, just because I remember. I remember certain things happening in the press, not like specific details or anything, but there are just certain people who were giving interviews about Bridgerton at the time where I was like, oh, okay, gotcha. I don't know, like with Lady Whistledown, clearly she ain't stopping. I don't think, obviously, we're not going to hear from her in young Queen Charlotte or whatever.
How'd you feel about the slander thrown at Penelope this entire episode? How do you feel about the way the show treated my Penelope?
Yes. Yeah, I better tread lightly right now. No, I thought everyone wronged her. She was 100% in the right. It was tough.
Eloise was just definitely jealous.
Definitely was.
Jealous
just
that Penelope accomplished something. Penelope wasn't lashing out in that moment. She was proving an honest point. That's what she was doing.
I think that they both have points. I think that, it was a very good argument. I thought their back and forth was good. And, how could you not feel the way Eloise has felt, especially when you're like, you were protecting me? You could have just come out and revealed yourself and protected us all to some degree.
Yeah. It's like the superhero problem.
Yeah, exactly.
When your closest friend finds out you're the mass vigilante.
Yeah, it's like you can't argue that there's nothing selfish about this. But at the same time, you have more power and you are capable of doing more, and that makes the stuff throughout the season, earlier on in the season, where, Eloise's more politically minded, societally minded ideas are rubbing off on Whistledown or on Penelope. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It seems like conflict will continue to brew with Eloise. I wonder if Colin, that was really rough with
fucked up
overhearing.
Just when I got on Colin's side.
I know, and part of me is like,
got on his side.
Are they gonna come back to that moment and then do like a ... where it's like she leaves, and then what does he actually went on to say? Like, I would never consider it unless we were getting married and starting a life together. And it's like there's a whole second passage that we missed. Or if it was, I don't know. I wonder, with Colin, I have like, I don't know. Part of me is like, because they do so much platonic with them, part of me is like, are they secretly going to actually pay that off romantically? Part of me doesn't really expect it now, but I don't know. Maybe that's where they want me.
I don't know, man. I'm back and forth with Colin, but that was a real douchey thing.
That was not cool.
If I was in this universe, A, I would have asked for her hand in marriage by now.
Yeah.
B, if I heard Colin say that, right to the kisser.
Yeah, kill him.
In front of everybody. I'd be hanged for what I did to a Bridgerton.
Yeah, when they just got their clout back like 10 seconds ago.
I hope. Well, I heard in the book you don't find out she's Lady Whistledown till at book 4. So I'm wondering, you know how so Heated Rivalry.
Yes.
The first book, I think Heated Rivalry is the name of the second book, and the first book is called Game Changer, and that one's about Kip and Scott.
Gotcha.
So then they did a very condensed version of Kip and Scott in the Heated Rivalry season.
Yes.
So I'm wondering if they borrowed elements of book 4 and are throwing it in here. Like, does this stuff happen in the book? This showdown with Lady Whistledown? I mean, with Penelope and Eloise? This conversation? Is this just for the show? Like, how much did they invent a lot just for the show? Because we're getting so much insights into book. This is book 2 they're adapting, but they keep putting a lot of what Penelope's doing,
Yeah.
So there's got to be like an adaptation, right? Where they're making shit up just for the Netflix show.
I feel like you could, in some ways, if you really kept an eye on the geography. Yeah, you could take. Okay, this character's main storyline from this book, and then the Lady Whistledown stuff you could probably retrofit around other plot lines or something.
Yeah, well, I hope her and Heloise do better together, and I hope that hope they get along again eventually.
Maybe they could partner up and both be Whistledown.
Yeah, they could take down this entire society.
Yeah, absolutely. Lady Wokeldown.
But I loved what they're doing with her, and I like how they made it challenging. Even I had a moment where I'm like, oh, Penelope, it's not a good look, man. It's not a good look, but everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't love perfection.
In fact, I'm glad you made these mistakes.
I needed to know you were human.
In fact, I was getting worried there until you made this one mistake, and now
I thought you were too perfect.
I love you
felt
even more.
unattainable until now.
Now I know that you're 1% human. We can move on.
Now you're relatable.
We can consummate this.
All right, let's do Tara's.
Ooh, Tara, ta-da. Hey guys, I love the scene where Mama Bridgerton tells Anthony that Kate woke up, and also the scene with Anthony and his youngest brother, Gregory, talking about their dad.
Stephen!
His brother Anthony! And their sister Megan off screen. Those scenes are so tender. What are your favorite tender moments from this season?
I mean, that's a really good scene.
Yeah.
They had a lot of amazing scenes together.
Yeah. Well, and when Mama Bridgerton and Anthony, it's hard. Like, I'm trying to think back over the rest of the show. When Mama Bridgerton and Anthony had their conversation in this last episode before the later bit where she's like talking to him on the couch and he doesn't really say anything. She's like giving the speech again about how, like, look, I want you, don't close your life off. I want you to be able to, yes, I miss your father, and I know that, like, all this stuff happened because we were both processing and yada, 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 but, like, you gotta, embrace your life and learn to live it,
Yeah.
and not, stifle yourself. That was a lovely scene. Two, like, getting to see the dad in episode 3, and that actor, again, who's, like, a vaguely recognizable face, and I think that helps because you only see him that one time and then again in the painting, but because you have some recognition, like, it makes him feel like a memory, kind of. And I thought that was, the casting of that was really nice, but also just the scene, getting to see them having fun before the actual tragedy strikes was really lovely.
Good points. Well, one of my favorite moments of the entire series occurred in this episode, where the Queen surprised me by taking control of the narrative and saying, like, it only fell apart because I instructed it to. And then Edwina stepping up and validating the narrative. I think the Queen saying about the prince. Like, that scene just, like, did, like, a slingshot because the Queen, is the Queen.
Yeah.
And she's really back and forth on, like, she's, fucking bored and a drug addict, and she's got, like, a really bad marriage going on. And sometimes she says, like, she's very self-serving a lot of the time. And then other times she surprises you with her level of care that she actually has, and clearly the pain that she has in her marriage. And that moment surprised me because I thought, oh, she's going to have a big, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Instead, she took a completely different 180 in a way that didn't seem like just to benefit herself, or she didn't take it personal or found it like a betrayal. She owned it and protected.
Yeah.
And that loving act I found to be an incredible moment. That's like a moment from the show I'll never forget.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So yeah, I love that moment a lot. I just highlight that scene.
And that one scene too where we see Simon and Daphne just living happily together. It's a great moment.
Yeah, where he's like sitting on the toilet.
Yeah. Bouncing their 10 babies.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do Care Bear.
Oh. Nice.
No, me. When Anthony calls Kate Cathani, viewers' hearts stopped. Yes, mine did too.
Same.
Immigrants often have to adopt nicknames society can readily pronounce. That's so weird. I didn't put much thought into it.
It struck me because we've never heard her.
I was like,
I
don't think. My mom was like, I don't think I ever heard Cathani before. Yeah, but I didn't like. I didn't draw that correlation, but I appreciate you pointing that out. So Anthony's choice to use Kate's given name when proposing was powerful.
Oh man.
If romance is all about the heart-stopping moments, what's your favorite swoon moment from any TV film?
Oh boy.
God, I don't know.
That's a thinker. Golly, I would have to think. Oh boy. I always am appreciative that whenever Dan Murrell is on a live stream and people ask him these questions, he says the thing that I always want to be able to articulate, which is like, I know I have a good answer, and like I'll have to sit here and like think. It's not gonna be fun to watch. So like I'll try and come up with whatever comes to mind. But like this kind of question propels me to be like, okay, wait a minute, let me revisit every romantic movie I've ever seen.
Well, one of my favorite moments. You ever seen Notting Hill?
No.
Well, it's a romantic comedy. So at one point, Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts do kiss at some point in that movie. And the first time, not the first time, the second time she kisses him. If you guys have seen the movie, you know what moment that is. That always stuck with me. I really love that moment a lot. I love the end of that movie too.
Oh.
I don't want to give it away. But I wouldn't even know how to explain it. I don't want to like give any context or else it'll ruin it. But there's the final line Hugh Grant has in that, like the very, very final line that he has in that movie, that I thought was like a hilarious and heart touching line. So yeah, I would say that.
Golly, when they finally, when things finally allow for the romance at the end of Moonstruck, I think that's pretty amazing. It's one of my favorite movies, one of the best movies ever made, Moonstruck. Very romantic, very wonderful movie. Pick any number of romantic moments out of the Before trilogy. I'll have to rack my brain on this one. There are too many good ones, but those are some that come to mind. Anna? Anna Karen, thank you for chiming in. I hope y'all enjoyed Anthony this season. I think I was more drawn to Anthony than Simon was, because when I saw Simon, I saw the actor just acting, and with Johnny, I did feel like I was watching Anthony. I don't know if that makes sense. No, I get you. I love that a lot of the time he said a lot without saying anything. My question is, which Bridgerton sibling are you most excited to see be the lead? Benedict.
Just let you know right now.
Or now that you've seen their acting range, you can just tell they are going to kill it in their season.
Benedict.
Let's get it.
It's a very simple answer for you, Benedict.
And then a Gregory season.
Like I enjoyed. Oh yeah, gotta have Gregory season. They gave him lines for a reason.
Season 5.
But Benedict's performance in this season was great. And I enjoyed him. I thought he was charming in the first season, but the range and the whimsy they provided him while not losing, while still expanding depth on him was awesome. Yeah. I'm really excited to see. I knew he was like the lead of season 4 while we were doing season 1, and I never watched any of season 1 like looking forward to seeing him be the lead. But season 2, I was like, oh, I could see how he could be the lead. I enjoyed him a lot in the season.
Yeah, I love all of his stuff. I'm easily right there with you.
Yep. Nina Drummer, Daphne and Simon explored the fake dating romance trope. Now they're exploring the fake marriage trope while Kate and Anthony explored.
They're exploring the my husband's dead and bricked up in the cellar trope.
They're exploring why is your husband always so busy to come into one of our parties? While Kate and Anthony explored, and does your husband not like me trope?
Is he avoiding me trope? Yeah. Why would he just come talk to me trope?
While Kate and Anthony explored enemies to lovers trope. Now that you see the pattern for each season, Bridgerton siblings fall in love, a major romance trope. Ew. Not siblings. Are there any romance tropes you might want to see in future season? Love at first sight. Are you saying these are not what we get, or are these all the things we get?
These are some examples.
3 seasons for television.
Major romance tropes. Let's see what we got. There's a master list on Reddit. Let's do that. Let's do it. Let's go. This is a very huge master list.
I want to see Frankenstein's monster bride trope.
Yes. Yes. I want to see them do a harem. I want to see one character marrying 5 people or something like that.
I want to see a story of someone falling in love at an orgy. You know, you've just never seen that.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's the Benedict season.
Met at an orgy, fell in love.
I thought this list was going to help. Go back one page. There was a more succinct list up there. There you go. Enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, fake relationship. All right. Grumpy Sunshine's fun.
I think a love triangle between the siblings would be fun.
That would be fun.
That'd be gross as fuck.
Colin Benedict and some other girl.
Colin Benedict, yeah, some hot girl.
Dude, how about Secret Billionaire? That's a trope we could do.
They should do like ones where the races, or they're like, oh, you can't be with. You just find out the mom's like Mom Bridgerton's like she's like, I'm not racist. I just never got along with Armenian people.
Yeah, that's the one type of person I forbid you from marrying, Colin. Yeah. Can't marry any Armenians.
The mom's overcoming her racism towards Armenians.
Racist to tolerant. That's the trope I want.
I want to see a white savior Bridgerton movie. No, I would say a love triangle with the Bridgertons would be funny.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be a good one. It's 2 Bridgertons and Penn.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Jay Rushton. Jay says if this was cameo, if there was a cameo in Bridgerton for the James Bond of 1814, who would you pick?
Like which Bond or someone to play Bond?
One of each. All right. Timothy Dalton, regardless, I think, will work in this era. But if you had to cast someone who I guess the game becomes you're casting a James Bond cameo in this show.
Oh yeah, no. You want to treat it like a Doctor Who situation where like they were not young and hot in early Doctor Who.
Yeah.
They were like the real Van Helsing, you know, an old grumpy guy, not Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would say who played Hagrid?
Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah, he should be James Bond.
Okay, sure, he would fit this time. Yeah. How about?
And then my pick for modern would be for actual George Lazenby.
Okay.
Because no one would recognize him.
No.
It's a real spy for you.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's what you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast for the 1814 James Bridgerton. We're gonna cast Richard Jenkins, old Bond of the time. He'd have to be an old, dignified guy.
Yeah.
You know? Plus, it'd be cool to see an American play a Brit on an all-British show.
That's what we've been waiting for. Where's our American Bond?
Yeah. No, Idris Elba. It's this world. We're doing Idris Elba Bond here.
Idris Elba would be great in Bridgerton.
Dude, he would be. Are you kidding me?
He'd be an amazing.
He'd
be an amazing love interest in Bridgerton.
Yeah.
He'd be so good.
Yeah. Oh my God. He'd be so charming,
Who
so
wouldn't
sexy,
wanna
but
watch
so
that?
capable. Yeah. I want that.
I'd absolutely watch
Give me that.
You should replace the actor who played Simon.
Dude, just AI remake the last season. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then insert Simon as Idris Elba into these new episodes. Any other British actors? I mean, you could do Doctor Who. Just get a David Tennant to James Bond cameo. It was. Oh no. Somebody I was watching just recently was like, "Oh yeah, this guy could be a Bond," but now I'm trying to remember who it was. I was watching Euphoria and I was like, "Oh yeah, I could see why people are like Jacob Elordi, Bruce Wayne," but I see him more as Terry McGinnis personally. But that's not what you asked.
Nah, but we're good.
We're good.
All right, guys. Thanks for being here. This is fun. We'll
Loved
see you
it.
for Queen Charlotte, people.
Mwah.
See ya.